YouTube's up. Here we go. Everyone be nice. Okay, it's your sibling. All right. I don't see anything moving. They're gonna be here in a sec here. Yeah. Here we go. Any second. Any second now. Any second. There's gonna be someone here any second. Any second. Somebody start counting down. Where are they? Did I do it right? Public. Okay, yeah, it's live. All right, any second. Yay! W, you're alive, YouTube. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How are ya? Hello, hi. We got one mod in YouTube. Hi, Nat. Thanks for dropping in. Stinky YouTube is here. No. YouTube, I didn't want to tell you this. Alright, because I like to try and keep the peace around here, okay? I like trying to keep...
4 months of Yucko down, more to go.
Yes, thank you for the tier 1, or the prime. Thank you. Yeah, YouTube, I didn't want to let you know.
Hi, how are you?
But Twitch was saying bad things behind your back. They were saying that you live in a hovel. Okay, they say that you're stinky. And if I were you, I don't know if I'd take that. I don't know if I'd take that if I were you. I wouldn't, personally, but... I mean, it's up to you, really. You could cat smiley to clap back in unison. Everyone just cat smiling on YouTube to show you this flex.
Also,
flex
you're early today.
Oh no, don't sad smiley. No, don't sad smiley. Is that Tony? Is that Tony in the chat? Hey, Sunnies guys, thanks for the 5, yo. Thank you. And Forever Here, thanks to the tier 1, Nat. Thank you. 27 months is crazy. Yeah, that's a long time. She's gaslighting you. Crazy. No. Twitch is a big bully. You go live? That's a thing? Yeah, I stream every Sunday. Sunday, and that's basically it at the moment. That's basically it. Thanks for the hype train chat. I really appreciate that.
Thanks.
Level 4 is crazy.
Is the one that said YouTube is stinky.
I did not say that, bro. Actually, no, Bossman gifted 10 tier 1, so anything Bossman says is correct. That's correct, Bossman. You're right. I did. Damn right. You pay that much money on my stream, you're goddamn right. You're dodge darn right then. Yeah, true, yeah.
Thanks for the follow.
Man, it's good being back. I had a pretty awesome week. Busy family stuff, and then I made that short, bro, chat, I made, Cat Smiley, if you saw the first day of HRT skit with budget, I made that in 2 days. I literally, dude, so like at a Wednesday night, I got back from like doing some family things. I got back, I'm in bed, I start scripting. Saturday, I'm just fucking balls in, dude. And then Sunday, I'm like the same thing, dude. It was crazy, bro.
What do you mean by that?
The donut button's usually like under the stream. It's like a subscribe button. Yeah, I'm glad you saw it, dude. Oh my god. I'm so happy with it though. It was like so fun. Oh man, I need some hot water. Locked in for that vid? Nice. Yeah, I really was. It was fun. Budget getting the zoomies and noms. I'm gonna sprint again. Yeah, it was so silly. There we go. I need some more hot water for my throat. My GF might be watching too. Astria are here. Astria, calling out Astria. She's just like me for real. She just clips through the screen. I do not clip through the screen, okay? Alright, this is a holographic screen, see? It's not clipping, it's actually holographic, thank you very much. Yeah, no immersion broken here. I do need to move that back. I actually do need to move that back, I agree. You can speedrunning PK Cinema at 80%, yeah. Imagine actual HRT on a budget, it's just all soy. I tried that. Dude, when I first came out, okay, so basically, here's my little coming out story, okay? This is the one I didn't really share in the YouTube video because it was kind of like the silly, like, the nonsensical version. So I found out about HRT in VR chat. And basically, as soon as I found out about it, I researched what it was, saw what it could do, and I decided there and then that I would get HRT. And from that point on, my quest had begun. I would buy bags of soybeans, literal bags of soybeans, and I would blend that in water, and I would drink the soybean smoothie. Thanks, Bossman, thanks for the 100 bits, yo. Thank you. Yeah, W in chat for Bossman, thank you so much. But it was less of a smoothie, and it was more like just like small granules of soybean in the water. And like, I would just chug that down. Yeah, here's the more embarrassing one, bro. Cause I really got into it, dude. I really got into the pseudoscience. Here's the most embarrassing one, chat. Okay, alright. On the down low. Okay, so I would chug soybeans, right? Thanks to the tier 1 Ona for 3 months in advance, and Phoenix, thanks for the prime. So I would take flax seeds. Okay, no, this is even worse. This is actually so embarrassing. I'm genuinely embarrassed to say this. That's why I'm kind of gaslighting you so far and not saying it yet. Okay, I was gonna get over it. I'm gonna get it out of the way. I was gonna say it. I took flax seeds, and if you don't know what happens when you boil flax seeds, basically it turns into a gelatin, right?
Thanks for the follow.
So you can get flaxseed oil. And I would go into the shower, and I would just cover myself in sticky flaxseed oil. Because I was like, I'm gonna absorb the phytoestrogens through my skin, and it's gonna make me look younger. So I was chugging soybeans. I was showering in flaxseed oil. Yeah, it was. But it's like, okay. But the thing about flaxseed oil is it's less of an oil and it's more of a gelatin. Like if you cover yourself in flaxseed oil, you're not oily. Instead, you have a layer of seed nonsensical seed goo covering you, solidified. Yeah, it was so. Did it work? Probably not. I think it was probably actually unhealthy, to be completely honest. I'm glad you find humor in that story. No, thank you. Your coming out video, darkest moment video was so sad it made me cry. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that was definitely that was a heavy video for sure. So like cover yourself in oil, yeah. But okay, this is probably the most diabolical. This is something I would never recommend to anybody to do ever. Okay, so okay, oh man, okay. Do not do this. Okay, this is something I did because I'm a fucking idiot, okay? And I didn't know how it worked, but I knew I needed HRT immediately. So do not do this, okay? I want to see a cat smiley as soon as I say this to confirm that you don't do it, or put a 1 in chat if you're an idiot and you plan to, so I can inform you again not to do it. Okay, so don't do it. Okay, all right.
Hey.
So I went out
thanks for the follow,
and I found out that menopausal, there's menopausal medicine that you can get over counter that has estrogen in it. And I would buy menopause medicine, and I would just have that daily because I was like, yes, it's gonna give me estrogen. Yeah, don't do that. Like, actually, don't do that. It was the stupidest thing. Yeah, no, as I thought that about birth control, yeah, dude, it was, don't fucking do that. Yeah, no, anybody typing a 1, put a cat smiley in chat, because you're not gonna do that. That's very bad. That's very bad and dangerous, yeah. It was fucking stupid, dude. I was so dumb. Yeah, anyway, so that was my coming out story. That's how stupid I was, okay? You're about to, yeah, right? Well, because the reason why you don't do it is because it can have completely adverse side effects. You should never really be taking any medication without doctor like consent and like information. But more importantly, if you just take estrogen, like, because when you take a menopausal medicine, right, and you are upping your estrogen, your body doesn't feminize. Instead, your body tries to counteract the increase of estrogen with more testosterone, and it can just hurt you in so many different ways. Yeah. Yeah, thanks to Prime Willow. Thank you. The thumbnail said hi. Oh my god, yeah, I need to like update the thumbnail for my YouTube streams. It's been the same for so long. I was doing the estrogen DIY from the interwebs. Yeah, I've never tried that. I know it's like a big thing now. When I first came out, I don't think it was. Clipping happens real life. What do you think of Black Willows? Exactly, right? Thanks to the Prime Willow. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. And oh my god, it's hot in here, dude. It's fucking hot in here. I'm dying. I'm actually dying right now. But yeah, so yeah. Don't do that. Just go through doctors. I swear to God. Go to a clinic that does informed consent. Yeah, go to a clinic that does informed consent. That's a W. What time is it at your place? It's 0:30 in Germany. It's not 0:30 in here. It's me, I'm on Twitch now. I was Luna, yay, hello, hi. Welcome to the Twitch side. I'm on Estradale, Valorate, and I'm not taking anything to block the T. But it's sub-Q, so I don't know. If you're talking to a doctor, then they'll know more about me. About it than me. I know that there's like, I know there is ways to transition like softly. Like, Ezekiel's like joke about microdosing is actually kind of a thing where you can, I don't know what it was. This is not medical advice, okay? This is me kind of spitballing a memory. My doctor said there was an option, I think it was like you just take blockers or you just take estrogen at a certain amount. And it slightly feminizes you, but it doesn't give you like booba and stuff. Yeah. So like for people that are like more non-binary, that's a great option. And that's what Ezekiel does. It's prescription? Yeah. So if it's prescription, then yeah, I mean, fucking rock on. Do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? Oh, my arm, one sec. One sec.
Hey, thanks for the follow, person.
Okay, and then, yeah, today, I'm thinking... Okay, my arm's good. Yeah, I really need to move this TV back. Really do. So today, I'm thinking, we watch some, Click, yeah? Some good old-fashioned Clicky Wiki, our bestie. I don't know him personally, but I'll just say that. Who gifted me a sub? I'm not sure. It was probably Boss Man earlier, actually. You tell the doctor you want HRT, and they make you read and sign it. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice? Yeah. Ari, she's trying to mess with me. Huh? Oh. You're talking about Astrid. Yeah, can you stop, like, trying to find your friend in my chat? You're confusing me a little bit.
What do you mean
hi, Yuko. I just wanted to stop to say I finally started to eat. Congratulations. Miku Beam. There you go. Yeah, congratulations on that. That's awesome. I'm on my last attempt to make oral estradiol work before I give up and switch to injections. There you go. It was Boss Man, thank you. Okay. So I want to start watching Click, dude. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do, dude. Planned Parenthood is also a good option, too. Wait, no? Yes, Yuko, go no? Huh? I'm not sure what you mean. I can't have injections because of extreme nerves? Yeah, that happens. I wanted to try injections, but I didn't. I didn't end up doing that. Click. Alright, let's see it. Oh my freaking god, it's so hot in here. I might have to open my door real quick. Let's see, videos. I'm gonna get the... Let's see here. Put this down. Alright, get this chat out of the way. Okay, so, this is a Twitch feature. Voice crack there. This is a Twitch feature because YouTube does not facilitate the integration. So if you're on Twitch, you can just click the screen anywhere you want. And basically, a little blow-high should show up. If you don't mind trying it on Twitch. Yeah, okay, that one's working. Okay. Kind of, sort of. Everybody on Twitch, click the screen right now. You can throw tomatoes at me. There you go. Yeah, throw tomatoes at the screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, perfect. So we got blow highs now. All right, so I've watched a few of these, as you can see. Let's see. Do you want to... Okay, so any from these top row. Which one do you want to watch from the top row? You can't see it because of the chat. Okay, so click on the video you want to see on the top row. And whatever one has more blow highs, little gay blow highs popping up, I'll choose. Alright?
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Alright. Apparently it doesn't work on mobile. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So it looks like a split. It looks like a split between confidently incorrect and parents are stupid. So I'm going to use the bigger... Okay, alright, okay. So here, okay, so it's a split. So vote A for confidently incorrect. Vote B for parents are stupid. Just click the screen. A for confidently incorrect. B for parents are stupid. I'm gonna go open my door. Be right back. One sec. Oh my goodness. I'm just walking through the walls. Oh my god, what's going on with my body, dude? It's the demons! No! Hold up here. Hold up. Sorry, I get it like tugged everywhere by fucking demons, dude. What in the tarnation? Hello, hi. Okay. Alright. Alright, okay, cool. We're good now. Alright, sick. You see, yeah, yeah, do I still walk off screen? No, I just phase to the wall now. I used to walk off screen.
Did you get the dress updated?
So yeah, my entire fit is going to be updated in 2 days. The worker has been completely swamped, and I've been at the mercy of being basically like postponed constantly. So yeah, hopefully soon. And then okay, what was the fucking vote? Did anybody see the vote? Another fit upgrade. It's literally just this fit. Like, it's this fit, but it looks nicer. It's higher fidelity. Should we just do it again? Okay, I'll do it again. Okay, vote A for confident. Oh, it was A? Okay, A1. Okay, alright, confidently incorrect. Let's get it. Let's go. Poggerinos. Alright, cool. And then get rid of the music. Alright. Pog. Alright, awesome. Thanks for the follows. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. 2214A, thank you for those that were watching. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Okay, what was I saying again? It was not important. Okay, bet.
Disclaimer.
Alright.
One for you. Oh, yes, indeed. One for me.
I have one of those little creatures. I have one of those bad boys. One of those little beans. Look at that. I have, not that one specifically. I have a red one. Little demon.
Good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos. Welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. I am totally not making my plushies OD on cap.
Hold up. Small check. I want to see if he's lying. I would say it's probably good. Yeah, I don't think I'm smelly right now. I actually don't smell that bad right now.
Caffeine. Yeah. Speaking of things you totally cannot overdose on, today we're taking a look at confidently incorrect. People have been incorrect for millennia, but the internet has given rise to a very new and very popular trend, which is being incredibly confident about your garbage opinion. And then someone is like, oh my god, but you have to respect their opinion. It's like, their opinion, literally 2 + 2 is 5. It's great. And welcome in, so yes.
You laugh about 2 + 2 is 5. Like,
remind
oh, that's a funny.
Hydrate and voice train.
Okay, so reminder, hydrate and voice train, real. So there was actually a person that went viral for saying 2 + 2 = 5. He like pulled out some like pseudo nonsense science and tried to convince the world that 2 + 2 is 5. Yeah, people are actually that dumb. Like, that was actually a thing.
Back, relax.
I couldn't care less is a double negative, which absolutely means I still care.
I couldn't care less is not a double negative.
Hold up here, chat. Look at this.
Thanks for the follow.
Look at this, chat. Look at this. Tell me your cat's on your keyboard without telling me your cat's on your keyboard. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking chilling, dude. Thanks to the input, cat. Can we all get cat smileys for the cat? I bet it's adorable. Hi, cat. How you doing? Thanks for watching my stream, cat. Thank you so much for watching my stream. Arigato. Okay. Yes.
Negative, lol. It's a single negative and literally means you have no more care to give.
Couldn't. Contradiction of could not, which makes could not care less. Wait, where's the decision of could not?
Single negative and literally means you have no more care to give.
Couldn't. Contradiction of could not, which makes could not care less.
Wait. Couldn't? Okay, hold on. Chat, I need to actually figure this one out because this is bothering me. Hold on. Okay, so couldn't, contradiction of could not. So couldn't is a negative, contradiction is a negative, and could not is a negative. So it's still a negative. Couldn't, could not.
Contradiction of could.
Could is a contradiction of could not.
What do you mean
not, which makes could not care less. Wait, where did the second not come from? It's a double negative. Well, of course it's a double negative. When you just add a random word that didn't exist there to begin with. If you're gonna try to correct someone, maybe know what the frick you're talking about.
Oh, no.
Emoji.
Facebook arguments in a nutshell. I still find it kind of fun to, just watch Facebook arguments.
Man, I miss Facebook. Dude, back in my day, Facebook used to be an actual cool kids hub. I know, right? Thanks to Tier 1, Fire Andos. Thank you. I really appreciate that. So yeah, back in the day, Facebook actually used to be like kind of hype as fuck. Not even gonna lie. It was ruled completely by the young demographic, and you could find parties on there, okay? There was like just so much avenues for communication that didn't really exist before. I mean, MySpace was a thing, but I was kind of too young for MySpace. So Facebook was like my thing, right? And like the ability to message people at that scale in those types of avenues was completely groundbreaking at the time. And old people didn't like it because it was confusing to them. So young people basically had like the monopoly on the usage of it. And companies started looking at the time. That's kind of when the internet started to shift from being the wild, wild west to completely corporate-owned nonsense. And, yeah, you could find parties on there and stuff, and it was really fucking cool. And then, the reason why Facebook moms is a known term, even though dads are on there, is because it was first the moms came. And they kind of, like, ruin the space, because all of a sudden you were like hanging out with your friends and now your mom could see your conversation, or your mom was trying to be a part of the conversation, and it just pushed people away from it. Plus plus Discord's way better now. Like Discord, like fundamentally just a better option for communication in my opinion. But now it's like a complete like desolate wasteland. Also, Facebook used to be super progressive as well. But now it's like a desolate wasteland of like right-wing depression.
From a distance, it feels like kind of going to the zoo, right? It's like, oh my god, I can go to a zoo and enjoy seeing a couple of piglets frolicking in the mud, right? That's pretty entertaining and cute. But I wouldn't jump into the pen and frolic with the pigs in the mud myself. Okay, maybe I would. Pigs are
that's
cute.
what I was gonna say though, dude. One in chat if you would jump into the cute little pen of pigs frolicking in the mud. You know what I'm saying? I would, 100%.
But like, maybe a bad example,
Absolutely,
but you know what
dude.
I mean, right? It's pretty entertaining to watch from a distance, but you wouldn't necessarily frolic in the mud yourself. That's sort of how I see internet arguments. This is us going to the zoo and watching people frolic in the mud and argue in internet comments.
Humans were the first animal to start eating red meat, giving us much more energy that lasts longer than the other animals in the animal kingdom.
Humans were the first animals to ever eat meat.
What about fucking dinosaurs, man? What about them?
No. Big Pharma made them up.
Are you suggesting every other predator since the dawn of time was eating exactly? They all stuck to chicken and fish?
Don't exactly know, to be honest. I just know humans were the first to go after red meat instead of plants. I'd assume other predators ate aquatic animals and plants.
It's literally the same argument of like, oh, humans invented this, thus it must be bad. But like the people saying that humans invented this are fundamentally wrong, and they're just trying to spin a narrative that fits their vision on the world. That's literally all it is. Like, you have people that have selective intelligence in the world in 2025. They will deliberately believe the stupidest shit so long as they can say it to bolster their own wrong opinions. They'll just make shit up. And people like this are the problem with the world right now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, okay? All right? It's like, it's the same argument of people saying, oh, like, wow, you can't be gay. That's against Mother Nature. Pee-pee going whole. I don't understand any other logic. It's like, dude, there are countless species, and I mean literally countless species that are gay as fuck, okay? Have you ever even seen penguins? Dude, there is so many gay species out there. We did not invent it, bro. We did not invent it. If anything, we're kind of lacking in the gay department. I'm gonna be completely honest. Thanks to the tier 1, yeah. Thank you.
One really funny thing I would love to do at some point in my silly little online career is to find people that write this kind of stuff and figure out where this opinion or fun fact came from. Sometimes it's pretty obvious. I remember we had a comment in a previous video when someone said something like, oh, this particular state in the US produces 40% of the world's rice. But, you know,
You're my favorite trans YouTuber. I watch your videos when the story takes over. I'm glad. Genuinely very flattering to hear that. Thank you.
Produced 40% of America's rice, not the world's rice. So, you know, it's pretty easy to understand where the misunderstanding comes from. The number is still technically correct. The context is just wrong. But some stuff, like this, I'm just, where did you get this to come to this conclusion? This cannot possibly be like a singular word misunderstanding. This is wild. It's fascinating.
Yeah, dude, I agree. You know what's funny is, okay, so I think as a kid, right, you know, Cat Smiley, if you were there, as a kid, you looked up to like a hero in like an anime, right? Like the protagonist. and the protagonist was like awesome and they were kind to everyone. Like usually, like that, I think that's probably one of the most like ingrained into human nature things. You know what I'm saying? No, come on, Ashley. You had to have. There had to have been a character in an anime that you were like, oh man, you kind of like framed some of your perspectives on the world around that, or like a cartoon, right? Taking some form of mentorship from a fictional character. I feel like if you can look back on your life and say confidently that you lived a life that would make that kid, yourself as a kid, proud, then like you're doing good. Like if you grow up and Naruto is no longer relatable to you, then you're a bad person fundamentally. Okay? We need to actually make like a graph, like an anime protagonist graph. You know what I'm saying? Good versus bad. Thanks to the F5 tier 1s, boss man. See you later. Thank you. And thanks to the 5 Sunnies, guys. Thank you both so much for the support. Seriously, thank you.
When someone calls you a snowflake,
yeah, dolphins
remind
too. Yeah,
them
there's
they
so
are
many of
quoting
them.
Fight Club, a satire written by a gay man critiquing how male fragility leads men to self-destruction.
That's not what that book is about.
Dude, I still do that, by the way. I still do that. Honestly, like, I don't really watch anime or, like, cartoons, obviously, anymore. Like, I still, not that I don't watch anime, but I just, like, haven't seen one recently that I like a lot. But I still kind of, like, gauge, like, okay, like, my moral compass. Would Goku approve? Would Goku approve of what I'm doing right now? Yes? Okay, we should probably do that then. It's a very simple format, but it works pretty effectively.
About how you make soap.
Yeah, dolphins are actually assholes.
Awesome.
Like, actually.
And man boobs. Oh, soft.
Bro, I completely lost the plot here. What are we talking about?
At all.
It wasn't.
I'm actually fucking pause champ, dude. I literally can't watch a video with like and not ADHD out.
A satire written by a gay man critiquing how male fragility leads men to self-destruction.
That's not what that book is about at all.
It was, in fact, about how you make soap and why domestic terrorism is awesome.
And man boobs. Man boobs. Oh, soft.
Ooh.
Sweet man boobs, yes. Man boobs, the movie. Wolves are not part of the ecosystem. Do your homework. They are killers. Period. Very seldom do they actually eat what they kill. They kill for the sport. Now you're thinking about cats. Don't know why or how that is part of any ecosystem. When a human does this, it's called poaching and is punishable by law. So therefore, kill them all. You mean that we should punish wolves by law for eating wild animals?
Whoa.
You know that
Dude, that's the fucking worst take I've ever heard in my goddamn life, dude. Killing wolves? Like, all of them?
plenty of examples where wolves have been reintroduced to certain ecosystems. I think Yellowstone is one of those examples, where it turns really healthy because then they keep other animal populations in check, which allows, for example,
without creatures that are purely predatory, dude, you would have deer completely overpopulate forests. Like, people think that deer are the most pure and innocent creatures. Deer are assholes, okay? Deer know they're assholes fundamentally, and that's why they jump in front of your car all the time, because they're ashamed to be a deer, okay? Deer hate deer. I hate deer. Deer fucking suck. Would I kill a deer? No, I don't really have it in me to kill something. But all I'm saying is I don't like deer. I would eat a deer. What am I talking about? The point, I don't know how I got here. The point is, I don't like fucking deer, and they probably taste pretty good. That's the point I'm making, I guess. I don't know how we got here, but we got here.
Small plants to flourish, and all of
If you have too many deer in an ecosystem, then they completely fuck the foliage. Like, they'll completely fuck the ecosystem. They'll just eat all the fauna until there's nothing left, and then jump in front of your car because I fucking hate deer. I hate deer so much, dude. I actually hate deer so much. But they're cute. They are really cute. I would still eat them, though.
All of a sudden, the entire ecosystem is much more blossoming and healthy because you have one species controlling the population of another, which in turn then doesn't wipe out another population, and so on and so forth. I used to have a kids game.
It works from top down. If you don't have, like, the predatory animal, then the deer will completely fuck everything under it, which will fuck everything under that, and then eventually things just collapse, you know what I'm saying?
Where you could, like, experiment with this stuff when I was, like, 6. I thought we learned this stuff back then, but I guess
I don't know that.
Descendants of slave owners need reparations, too.
That's the take of the day, baby.
It's not right that they had to start all over with no help of the federal government after baby. It's not right. Reparations, too. that's the take of the day, baby. It's not right that they had to start all over with no help of the federal government after having all their slaves stolen from them and all that land to take care of.
Dude, all I'm saying... Okay. As a kid, you've probably heard your parents say back in my day, maybe as a joke, you definitely heard your grandparents say back in my day, okay? It's an unironic thing. And generally speaking, okay, there's benefits back in their day, but it kind of looked very shitty. Like, there is a trajectory of progressivism in most cultures where if you are millennial, up until that point, I'm very, like, young millennial, right? I'm barely even a millennial. But basically, if you are of that age category, you kind of look back and you're like, well, yeah, sure, houses were cheaper, but you were also kind of shitty and racist. And as a millennial, you would never hear this thing. And generally speaking, you wouldn't want to go back in time. But I would say that we've completely gone the other direction. If you're like a Gen Z or Gen X or whatever it is at this point, and you look back, things are going down. Like, literally being alive in 2010 was probably, like, in that era was probably one of the most peaceful and wonderful times to be alive for most cultures. I can speak specifically for where I live. I'm Gen Ultimate Gangster. Hey, Wolfborn. Can we get a shout out for Wolfborn TTV? How you doing, man? Yeah, it was great being a millennial where I grew up, man. It was awesome, dude. I had no problems. And it was like things were constantly getting more and more progressive. And then you have shit that people saying like this now. It's crazy.
It's called insane, compensated emancipation.
Until 2016, yeah, true.
That's why history is so important to learn and not just call it critical race theory, whereas people like you do think slave owners should receive money for owning people as property. Well, they did.
They did?
Oh, this is so bad on so many levels, man. This is like the take of the day, I swear to God. Descendants of slave owners need reparations.
This is why, bro. If you ever see somebody with a Confederate flag, or somebody that spouts the ideology of Confederatism, I guess you can call it, you know off rip that they are one of those disingenuous people that will ignore blatant facts to spin their own narrative. Yeah, they want... Well, that's what the Confederates were about, was the return of slavery. But if you hear anybody talk about it today, they'll be like, no, it was the freedom of decision. It was about free speech. That's what they'll say it was about. It's about state rights, exactly. But either there's two options for you at that point. If that drivel comes out of your mouth, there is two options. Either you are the dumbest bitch alive, okay? Or you're a disingenuous cunt. And I'm probably gonna go with the second. You are probably a racist piece of shit, but you're too much of a bitch to admit it. I'm just gonna say it straight up, alright? The Confederate was bad, and I'm glad they lost. Yeah, dude. Fuck your state rights.
You know,
bitch.
I always expect a few hot takes when we dig
getting really
into these
emotionally
kind of
charged with that
radicals,
one.
but this hot take was surprisingly hot. You know, it's like when you order spicy food and you just get a bowl full of jalapenos.
If you can walk up to cars at a red light and ask for money, then you can walk into a business and ask for a job application.
Thank you so much, Boomer AI Facebook Donald Duck, for giving me advice on how to find a job. Just send your resume to a place. Why did I not think of that? There is a pretty good rule of thumb that I like to implement in these kind of instances when you want to be a judge.
You would think boiling hot takes is unironic, right? At this point, I don't even know. Because we do live in a day and age where saying things like that will land you in hot waters in certain groups. Because, like, it's like anything's a hot take when everyone's an idiot, you know what I'm saying?
Other people, right? And it goes something along the lines of, if there is a solution to the problem they're facing,
yeah, exactly.
that is so ridiculously obvious that this person you're complaining about must just be so incredibly stupid that they haven't tried this yet, then they have probably already tried the solution and it didn't work.
Oh, yeah. Dude, okay, pause champ in chat. If you're on Twitch, you have free emotes. You can drop a pause champ real quick. If you're a follower, you have free emotes. Okay, I would love to see Texas become their own country like they've always wanted, because they would implode so fast. Dude, Texas doesn't have the infrastructure or the intelligence to run itself, okay? Texas is like your screaming toddler that hit its head too many times when it was a kid. Okay? It's a fucking idiot. And it doesn't have the fundamentals to watch itself. Okay? It needs a caretaker. It would explode, dude. It would absolutely explode.
Oh, that's
100%.
the thing.
It would somehow sink. They would find a way. They would literally find a way to sink the country literally into the water. Yeah.
Have probably
one frost over the toast, yeah.
There's like an entire subreddit for this stuff. It's called r/thanks I'm cured. I did a video on it a while back, and it's all stuff like, you know, oh, you have depression? Have you tried smiling a bit more?
See, well, if it became its own country, you could just leave it. Yeah, you could just come to Canada and like chill over here. Pop a brewski, you know what I'm saying? Just come hang out. No big deal. No big deal. Yeah, you don't have to stick with them. I imagine if that were to happen, there would be a lot of people leaving, and then the shitty ones staying, and then you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you know sure it.
How Memphis feel after saying 8:15 instead of 7:75?
What?
I know a quarter is 1/4 of an hour, but 8:15 should be 7:35 because a quarter is 25. What the fuck?
Did the comment like accidentally type a 3 instead of a 4? I hope so. Like the original post I can sort of understand, you know, 75% of an hour, whatever. But is this where we've gone to? Like
for sure.
Twitter are arguing about like how to say
happened
hours?
To Texas? Nothing.
Seems to be about on par with Twitter quality, baby.
2,000 years. They date to 1,000 and 1,800 BC. Wouldn't that be 3,000 then? They are just learning math. Don't discourage them.
If we're 2000 CE minus 2,000 years would be 0. CE then 1,000 years. BCE is 1,000 years before CE. Just think, minus 1,000 plus 3,000 is 2,000.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So I guess by the same logic, like if you had, you know, 1,000 years BC and 1,000 year after Christ.
Wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. Wait, am I the idiot here? Am I about to be confidently incorrect? Okay, wait, hold up here. Hold up. Okay. So we have year 0. Okay. Wait, hold up. So thanks to the follow. Oh, thanks to what is that? Thanks to the tier 1, yo. Thank you. So year 0, right? We decided that year 0 is year 0 because of I honestly don't know why. I think it was because of Jesus or something. I genuinely don't know why. Year 0 before Christ. Yeah, before Christ. Yeah, okay. Jeebus. Okay, so we all decided that year 0 was when Jesus did a really fucking sick kickflip. He was like, "Whatcha? Check this out, bitches!" And they're like, "This is when history starts." And then so if you have 1000 BCE, yeah, and then you have year 2000.
Thanks for the follow.
That's 3,000 years, right? And that's 100%. Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, it was a sick kickflip. And that's year 0. People like fucking lock it in, dude. Everything else is now irrelevant. This is when it starts.
How did you come up with the name Yucko X? Is Yucko your chosen name NDX to do with Pokemon or what?
Actually, okay, so Yuko is a name that I've adopted over years. Like, unironically, I didn't just like choose Yuko. Yuko was kind of something that my friends started calling me because of D&D. I was a religious D&D player. I played it 24/7, okay? I literally lived and breathed Dungeons and Dragons, okay? So I was just called Yuko by all of my friends. And when I started streaming, I was like, fuck it, I'll just go with like the name, like my adopted name, right? And then, EX actually came from a challenge category in my favorite game at the time, Honkai Impact 3rd. I want to go Yuko S, Yuko double S, and Yuko triple S, because those are all categories in it as well. But the one above those is EX. So yeah, I did EX without thinking of the implications that EX is an abbreviation for extreme. So it was Yuko EX, and then I realized about 2 or 3 months later that it was like, oh, Yuko Extreme is super cringe, but it's kind of like too late now, you know. I'm kind of like, I just gotta commit to the bit. Yeah, that's the nerd lore. Exactly. Yeah, it's literally abbreviates to Yuko Extreme. Yuko Extreme. So yeah, and that's why I was like, well, I have to like really learn like some cool tech shit now. Otherwise, I'm not gonna live up to the extreme. When D&D video? I actually did a few before.
That'd be 0 years in between them then.
Yuko double S. Yeah, I'm actually really glad I got Yuko EX. I was thinking of that like literally like a night or two ago. It might have even been last night, where I was thinking about the Yuko name, Yuko EX, and I actually really like it. And if I got Yuko S, double S, or triple S, I don't think it would have the same flair. Genuinely. I was also thinking of doing Yuko Takahashi, but at the same time, it's kind of like, nah, I'm happy to go that route.
Because they cancel out? Is that the logic?
Where is our D&D stream? I know! Those are kind of fun. I really enjoy those. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yes, I know how years work. That's why I said it would be 3,000. So you clearly don't understand how years work. Rich people after.
Huh?
Years work.
I know how years work, that's why I said it would be 3,000, so you clearly don't know how years work. I completely missed
Rich people
Let's see a tier 1, yo. 3 months in advance. Thank you.
Passions. Not ever went to school.
And... Hold up here. Yes. Thank you, Spyro, and thank you, Dayu Fox. Thank you. Arigato. I just can't forget about Nat Pat. Oh yeah, he's like trying to be like, he's running for like, political stuff. That's cool.
Nah, chess is a game of understanding solutions. It is a purely solved game.
Ego, huh?
Poker is a game of ego. I only know the basics of chess, and even I know it's not a solved game.
What was the dumbest way you've hurt yourself? I actually love that question. I genuinely love that question. There's so many ways. So many ways, dude. Okay.
I did my second session with my party today. The first session was before Easter. I also wore my dress all day today and it felt great.
Fucking awesome. Hey Wolfborn, are you still here? I got a few. I got a few that even Wolfborn was there for, dude. Yeah, I got a bunch, honestly. Thanks for the 100 bits.
The existence of Yuko X implies a smaller but less popular Yuko.
We need to find that Yuko. We do. Yuko, do tell?
Hey,
if Wolfborn's here, I'll share I'll share some of the deets. I think they probably dipped out though. So one of them, me and my best friend at the time, we were watching a little bit of what was it called? Fucking Jackass. And yeah, I think he dipped out. So we're watching Jackass, and we had this genius idea that we would take our bike. And we would attach the bike via rope to a shopping cart that we found. And one of us would sit into the shopping cart as the other one drove the bike. And one time, yeah, so obviously we fell a few times, all that stuff, very not good. This was the beginning of my criminal arc, okay? So this all happened in Minecraft and Grand Theft Auto 5. This is not a reflection of something that happened in real life. So I was in the shopping cart, and me and homie at the age of like 11 or 12 were ripping it up a street in Minecraft, and bro starts veering towards a vehicle, and he doesn't turn away in time, and I'm in the shopping cart, and I just bullet into the back of the car. I'm pretty sure in GTA RP, I'm pretty sure it was dented. But we fucking booked we booked it, dude. I was in the shopping cart and he just like booked it away, bro. Yeah, that was crazy. I was 11, okay? I was like 11 years old, dude. I was so dumb. Okay, I was actually so dumb. Another one was I had a really shitty Canadian Tire bike, and the springs in it weren't built for jumps. So I decided to jump it, and on my way down, the spring goes down, locks, thus my bike goes like
Once
this.
Once Yuko gets enough XP, she will evolve from Yuko X into Yuko
there we go,
Neo.
there we go. So the bike, the front of it goes like this, the shock locks, and then it just flips me over, and I'm like a bullet, because I'm going downhill. I fucking face plant onto dirt, and I slide a bit. It was painful. Yeah, dude, there were so many other ways that, okay, so that's the two that come to head. Me and Wolfborn, we were nerds as kids, and we would take, like, sword-shaped sticks, and we would just beat each other with the sword-shaped sticks. And sword training, dude. Yeah, we were practicing with swords, just in case the USA soldiers and the zombies came.
Hey,
that shit was so stupid, man. Yeah, those are fucking dumb times, bro. Oh my god. Yeah.
Solved. Lol, what? It's a game where 100% of the information is available at all times with a
that?
finite
It's so
number of
fun.
possibilities
It's
and
so good.
configurations.
It's so good.
What the frick are you talking about? It is 100% solved.
Finite and impossibly large are pretty good bedfellows. Not only can finite numbers be impractically large in any applicable situation, the majority are. Pick up a deck of 52 cards, shuffle them. Ta-da! You have a deck that no one has ever seen and likely never will again. And
That's
52
crazy.
factorial is basically 0 compared to the number of possible games of chess.
Yeah, I heard about. Dude,
I think
I didn't know about this. Okay, I was kind of confused about chess as a game and why people get so crazy with like that level of
thanks for the
like
follow,
mastery,
person.
right? Because I always kind of thought that chess was a matter of like rock paper scissors. Like, okay, and take into account I never really played much chess, so basically. My partner in high school, we tried playing chess, and she botted me every single fucking time. And she told me that there's certain strategies that people implement to basically checkmate you in as few moves as possible. And I thought that those strategies were the things that people followed every time. But yeah, after like, I think it's after like the third or fourth round, the amount of possible plays you can make is essentially infinite. And that's why the reason why people still to this day can discern whether or not someone's cheating in chess is because after a certain level, if you make every perfect move after a certain round in the game, like after the fourth play, if you make every perfect move after then, for a certain amount of times in a row, it's literally impossible for the human brain. Because the computer will tell you at all times what the best play is, and a human cannot be that precise. And that's why people still know if you're cheating in chess. Because you can't. It's literally not humanly impossible. It's not humanly possible, sorry. Ashley, thanks for the 10 tier 1s though. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Boston, thanks for tier 1 as well. And the other tier 1. I thought you were leaving. Thanks for coming back. Thank you both for the support. Seriously. Yeah.
Original commenter just got too stuck
It's impossible? Yeah, it's impossible. Yeah, it's
on
crazy.
like finite stuff versus infinite stuff without thinking about the fact that there is an infinite amount of numbers between here and infinity, basically, that are large to the point they are basically gonna feel like an infinity for any practical
Thanks for the 10
applications.
tier ones as well.
Like, for
I want
example,
to
the
say
card
real
shuffle.
quick, I was I as a streamer, I watch streams every now and then, and I'll give like a tier 1, and I was watching a streamer that I kind of shadow watch every now and then. I creep, I lurk, you know what I'm saying? And I might actually raid them today. They're a lesbian content creator, and they're trans supportive, which is super fucking awesome. And basically I was like, oh, she's super trans supportive, that's great. She's doing a charity thing. I'm gonna give like 5 subs. At that point I realized how much it costs, and I just want to like just take a moment to say like genuinely how much I appreciate the overwhelming generosity that you share. And I just want to say that like, yeah, it really just means a lot. I really appreciate that. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. Genuinely.
Or number of possible chess games, you know. The numbers become so ridiculous huge that you're not going to get the same thing.
Yeah, I was going to give 10, and I was like, well, maybe I'll do 5. That shit pricey, bro.
Reoccurring multiple times
yeah, it
in
does
the
go
entire
a long
span
way.
of humanity.
Basically, every cent I make is reinvested into content.
Hey,
like, that's essentially what it's been for the last,
thanks
like, year or
for
two.
the follow.
Humanity. You know, so for any practical means, you're going to experience them the same way as you would experience an infinite number, if you will. The first 22 stands for 2022, and the 23 stands for the month.
I am a nerd, though.
Uh-huh. It's different for everybody. Go school!
This comment is so perfect, man. What do you mean by that? Ah, yes, indeed. The 23rd month of January. Go school! There are only 12 months. You mean day, right? Yeah, go school! You're only saying that it's not 23 months just because you can't count to 23, you absolute troglodyte.
Yeah, Flat Earth is the dumbest hoax in human history.
Oh, it's Professor...
23 months?
12 months. You mean day, right?
Oh.
Yeah, go school!
Go school. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Okay, I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, there was a dude, Penguin Zero made a video on him, that was like, okay, so this guy, he's an alpha male content creator, So he's spinning absolute drivel, right? Complete pseudoscience nonsense. And he was like, I have 21 days in a week. 21 days in a week. And you have 7. How are you ever gonna keep up with 21 days in a week? So I guess like every 6 hour, homie just naps or something like that. And I imagine he sleeps a bit more than, you know, a half hour. So, you know, his logic behind it is fucky anyway. I'm not going to try and justify it. But yeah, bro sleeps, has a nap, and he's so undeveloped as a person. His brain's still so infantile. His muscles have basically compressed the brain to a point where it's now just like a horse brain. It's just, it conceives very basic shit. So when he sleeps and he wakes up, he's like, well, it's a new day because I just woke up, so it has to be a new day. The sun just so happens to be in the same spot. He's a fucking idiot, man. It's so silly, dude.
Thanks.
You're only saying that it's not 23 months just because you can't count to 23. You absolute
troglodyte. By taking 3 naps in one day and calling it... it was 3 days. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Oh, it's Professor Dave.
Hey. Who just spews a bunch of bullshit, memorized what he says, and repeats it and pretends to be...
I will say, dude, if you... Okay, alright. If you have a hobby, alright, and you're working on that hobby... Okay, so if you get home from work and you work on that hobby 4 hours every day, as opposed to just on the weekends, the amount of time you spent in those 4 hours will obviously accumulate. Like, if you were to spend 12 hours on something every day in a week, you would be astonished as to what you could actually accomplish.
Thanks for the follow.
Like, genuinely, it would fucking blow your mind. Like, that last meme video I made that was basically a short film was literally made in 1 week. And it was at that moment that I realized that, like, dude, if you work 12 hours a day and you put on fucking lo-fi, like, you are crushing it. That's actually, dude, that's been my secret, Lily. Dude, my productivity has, like, triple folded. Like, it's been, like, way better by simply cutting out background noise. Because I have fucking mad ADHD, okay? I have to. There's no way I don't. And for that reason... If there is not a background noise, I will literally go insane. Like, I have to have something in the background. And up until now, it's been like, Voice Quills is here. I'll have to see who that is. Hey, Voice Quills. Hi. Someone knows who you are. Lovely to see you here. I want to say hi in a sec here. Single you out. But if you were to, okay, fuck. Oh, wait, yeah. So I usually have, like, body cam videos or Penguin Zero or Angry Joe Show. Just a show in the background with a voice. That shit kind of like divides your brain by like, I don't know, a random number, 30%. So you're kind of like not focused as much as you should be on what you're doing. But if you have like literally just lo-fi, like music that's super chill in the background, dude, oh my God. It's like if you have ADHD like me, it just helps you stay focused so much. Dude, this fucking tangent. You know what I'm saying? Dude, it's helped me so much. Like I've like triple folded my productivity by listening to lo-fi as opposed to like distracting shit. Because like I would be like hour 7 into a project, hour 4, even like I would be like hour fucking 2 into a project, and I have all this shit to do, and all of a sudden, you know, I'm like kind of like more paying attention to Penguin Zero say goofy shit on the side. Voice Quill's big fan. Oh my God, I feel like a fucking idiot. I should know who this person is. Shouldn't I kind of stay in my own little hole, you know? If they're still here, Voice Quill is still here. I'm gonna look at your stuff real quick here on stream. I crank up the music at work when I'm getting distracted. Oh, word. Yeah, see, that helps a lot, right? But even like, okay, music with words is still distracting if you're trying to do like something artistic, in my opinion. The most distracting sound when you're trying to work is hearing half of a conversation. Then someone on the phone, yeah. Voice Quills is very funny and cool. I think they left. I don't think they're here anymore. I'm just a goober, LMAO. Yeah, me too. Oh, okay, you're on Twitch now. Okay, cool. Hi. Let me check you out real quick here. Can we get a shout out for Voice Quills on Twitch? Let me see here real quick. We're all goobers. I feel like I'm so sorry. I mean, Voice Quills. I kind of stay in my own little hole, in my own little corner on the interwebs. Voice Quills. Video. You're 94% there. You're such a good boy. Good bean. Let's see it. All right, you're all good. Don't worry about it. Hey, well, I'm happy that we're meeting now. It's nice to see you.
You're such a good boy. You're such a good girl. You're such a good piece of human meat. Would you like to upgrade to Windows 11?
Okay. Okay. That was actually funny as fuck. Let's see. What if mouthwashing was just a movie?
Becoming Jimmy was definitely a life-changing experience as an actor. I mean, I was playing the role of a guy who, when put under extreme stress,
Can we get a mod to drop the link for the YouTube in my YouTube chat, please?
was forced to do
And in
horrible
Twitch.
things. He's a misunderstood character who tried his best to make things right.
James Russo, Jimmy Mouth. Okay, so there's 4 people in this.
But wasn't given the chance to redeem himself. It's tragic, really.
My favorite part had to be working
Okay, okay, so voice quills. It's not saying who
with
voiced
James. That and
Watch you cringe
the
into the floor, watch your own
prosthetics.
stuff? Yeah, I
The
feel that.
special effects team really outdid themselves. I looked insane.
Wait, are you so
The thing
okay?
I
So
really-
I kind of picked up furry vibes from the profile picture and this video. This is a very furry video. Are you furry? Let's see here. Screamer Killer Cafe. Here we go.
Welcome to the Screamer Killer Cafe.
That's terrifying, bro. Okay. Oh my lord. Weird art. Admit it.
That's weird. What
Not
is
a furry.
that?
I'm afraid. Damn, I was gonna plug my last video. I was gonna say check out my last video. There's furries in it.
Fetish or something?
Yes.
Oh.
What?
Did I stutter? And you know what? I was 4 edibles deep when I drew this too. Oh, a fetish. Really? Is that the funniest thing you can come up with? You can't even begin to fathom the level of sexual deviancy and manic artistic hunger that is imbued into
well, my YouTube stream is now demonetized.
every
Worth it.
piece of creative work
I actually don't monetize my
woven
YouTube
by
stream,
these horrid hands. Does that devalue its legitimacy for you?
Look,
All I
my mascot is a pangolin who's also like a representation of me in art, but I'm totally not a furry / scaly. So you're like the same level of furry as me. I would absolutely, the level of things I would do with trans Bugs Bunny is vile, but I'm not a furry, okay?
Hey,
that doesn't make me a furry. Trans Bugs Bunny is just hot as fuck. Yeah, that's fair game. That's literally anybody would do that. Buns Bunny, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just science. That's just basic math. 1 + 1 = fuck Bugs Bunny, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Instead, everything
I was convicted in court of being a chat, yeah, but everyone forgot about that, so we just don't bring it up anymore.
is so insanely stupid
Back to the
and can
gaslighting
be
art.
disproven with like middle
Very
school level
adjacent,
physics.
yeah.
Really?
So
I want you to show me where water sticks to the outside of a ball as it spins. It doesn't go to the equator of the ball and spin off.
I heard what you
Show me.
Wait, let me pause this. We're back to like the basketball experiment. I'm
Okay.
assuming that's what they're talking about. You dip a basketball in water, and it's like, why isn't the water sticking to the basketball if there can be oceans on a round planet, right? Of course, ignoring the fact that this is not an isolated experiment in the least. You know, you still have the Earth below you that would pull the water off the ball, you know? So this isn't an isolated experiment in any way whatsoever, even if you want to pretend it to be. Anyway, let's keep playing, shall we?
A working model. Hang on.
Said something very
Show
stupid.
me
I'm
a
gonna
working
explain to you how
model.
stupid. Buoyancy. There's a
said
buoyant force.
You said something very stupid, and I'm gonna explain to you how it's stupid. I'm going to remember that.
But it has gravity in the equation.
The next time someone says some like trolly shit in my chat, like some transphobic shit, I'm gonna use that. You said something very stupid. I'm gonna explain to you how it's stupid.
Buoyancy only exists when gravity exists.
When gravity.
Here's the problem with your density bullshit. The air is less dense above the object too. So why the f don't things fall up? Can you
Things
explain
do
that to me?
fall up, you fucking asshole.
They don't fall up.
Bubbles go up, you
Bubbles go up. irrefutable science, dude. Gravity's bullshit. I've seen a bubble float that one time.
Evaporation goes up, you dickhead. How can a fucking tadpole defy gravity?
How can a tadpole defy gravity?
How does anything swim through? If gravity is holding down oceans that are tons of fucking of fucking force, how does anything swim through the ocean? How do you fucking lift your legs?
I mean, I'm not really gonna bother Googling any of this right now, but if I were to make just a guesstimation when it comes to like little bubbles you blow, you know, it's probably because the air that comes.
Gravity, dude. I was watching Pokemon. How does Mew and Mewtwo fly? If gravity would be holding Mew and Mewtwo down. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen the Pokemon movie? You fucking idiot. Gravity's all a myth, man.
Out of your mouth is like hot air, and hot air is lighter than cold air, so usually it floats up ever so slightly, you know? So that's probably why. Also just like a bit of wind or whatever.
First of all, this guy came out real disrespectful, talk about the stupidest shit. Like if he was in this room, I'd be smacking the shit out of him.
You throw a ball, it goes up.
Voices. Mew and Mewtwo fly with sheer willpower. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. They couldn't without.
And then it falls back down. Why do things fall down?
Speaking of momentum.
Speaking of momentum.
Things fall down.
Subject. Why don't things fall up? Why do things only fall down?
Why do things fall up?
I think my favorite theory about gravity and flat Earth so far that I've seen is that Earth is flat and then has to accelerate upwards constantly for everything to be pushed into the ground, hence gravity, right? I'm not sure what happens when you reach light speed or whatever, but that's my favorite theory so far. It's light speed frisbee Earth, baby. It's great.
Oh no, why do things fall down only? Why don't they fall up? This is what he said. Ask.
What does falling up have to do with anything?
Do you even know what weight is?
What does falling up have to do with anything in the conversation of gravity is literally what gravity is all about. That is literally, that's like asking if you play like fucking, I'm gonna say hockey because I'm a Canadian, go fuck yourself, okay? That's like, you know what, the analogy's lost. I've completely lost it by being an asshole. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, what is... Yeah, you know, I completely lost it. But I gotta say, I gotta shout out hockey. I don't even like hockey. I don't like hockey. It's like, it's whatever. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh my
What's weight? Tell me the definition of weight.
Oh, no.
It's your fucking head on your fucking
Yeah, people
shoulders,
this stupid make me angry, dude. It's just so annoying. It's just exhausting.
Oh, someone's getting a little sassy because he doesn't know the answer to the question.
We're not gonna sit here and talk about all...
We're not going to sit here and
We're not going to talk about, look, we're not going to sit here and talk about all this science and knowledge and intellect. I don't want common sense in my common sense conversation, okay? Gravity's fake, all right? I don't want your science in here. Get out of here with that.
Yes, define words.
Define words, dude. Okay. Oh. You notice how these people, right? It's like, it's always like, it starts with a point. It always starts with like a very shitty point. And then once that fails, they step back, they back to the point where it's like, hey, well, define words.
This is basically on par with
yeah, they have to get right down to the rudimentary level.
Current political debates as well.
It's so stupid.
Man, the world is amazing.
Yeah.
Dumbass, you said the word heavy. What is heavy? What is...
Look, I'm telling you right now, this guy right here is probably
These guys are like me and the boys the first time we hit the dookie doobie.
Dude, look, I'm telling you right now, the right wing caters to idiots, and that was the smartest fucking play. Because in this day and age, so many people are dumb as fuck, okay? Like, media and the constant gratification of entertainment in your hand at all time has made a lot of people really fucking stupid. And the amount of echo chambers, have you noticed, by the way, that this time around, the right wing actually catered to conspiracy theorists? Because they knew they were fucking stupid.
Thanks for the follow, person.
That's literally what that's what their strategy was. Dude, there's like it was such a fucking smart play. Yeah, exactly. They catered to that demographic because they knew that demographic is overwhelmingly Massive. There's so much dumb fucks in the world, dude. It's crazy.
Wait, what is wait? What does that mean? You don't know the definitions of the words you're using.
Bro.
And now you see, and now you see even worse yet. And now you see, a lot of right-wing commentators. They won't actually talk about this type of stuff. You won't have people that are right-wing leaning in content 4 or 5 years ago would have laughed at this. But in this day and age, they don't, because they're catering to that same demographic. And they don't want to essentially polarize their audience from their content, so they won't take time to laugh at morons like this. People that don't even believe in gravity. It's so disingenuous, dude. It's so fucking disingenuous how much you have to pick and choose to be a right-wing commentator. It's insane, bro. You literally have to live with a blindfold.
On this thing.
I think we've seen enough of this one, man. I'm so glad I am not, like, in the debater sphere on YouTube. Like, I can appreciate people that have, like, the aptitude for this kind of stuff, because this would just, like, stress me out and piss me off to know, and I would not deal with this in a healthy way, man. I love my weird little meme corner on the internet where I don't have to do whatever this is. Dear God,
yeah, clip that.
man.
Propaganda?
Yeah, clip that and send it to some right-wing commentators. Send them my way, dude. I'll scrap. I'll fucking scrap, dude.
Fall for Earth being
I'll
a
fucking
globe.
scrap. Long-time lurker here. I just want to say I love your content. You're an inspiration and help me come on with yourself. Well, thank you for being a long-time lurker and hanging out on my streams. I really appreciate that. And thanks for the hi.
Great, doesn't it? Dinosaurs getting a degree.
Yeah, okay, I can see how that correlates with the two top ones.
Mammograms and pap smears? Why not? Feminism being the reason for my freedoms, giving newborns vitamin K, and NASA.
Propaganda I no longer fall for. Earth being a globe. Dinosaurs getting a degree. Mammograms and pap smears. Feminism being the reason for my freedoms. Giving newborns vitamin K. It's this that bothers me so much. It's like, so are you gonna tell me with a straight face that you're thanking cis white men or cis men for giving you your freedoms? That's not to disparage cis men in general, by the way. If I say that, I'm speaking historically. There's a lot of cis men that are allies and great people. Full stop. Don't even need to go into a conversation about that. But the fact that there's so many women that are disavowing the women that put their blood, sweat, and tears into women's rights is fucking insane. People like this would make people cry 10 years ago. The feminist movement was not a joke. It was there because of oppression. It's not fucking complicated to see that. If you look at history, even 10, 20 years ago. How could these people be so dumb? And that's why the right wing caters to people like this. Vitamin K is bad. Oh, you got my vote. They're fucking idiots. They vote on the simplest denominator. And that's why you'll never hear Trump talk about an actual plan.
Hey,
in his or a right-wing candidate in general usually will just say, we're gonna make us really rich. We're gonna get a lot of money. You know, we've been robbed by other people. We need more money. Do you know how houses are expensive? I'm gonna make houses not expensive, because as soon as you start talking about complicated plans that the average brain will not comprehend, people fucking don't care. Kamala Harris was a refreshing reminder that politics used to be about actual facts. She came here, she was like, these are the issues, this is the plan to fix them. But people don't want to hear that. They just want to hear it's gonna be fixed, because they're fucking idiots. You got fucking morons like this, man. It's crazy. Oh my god.
Giving newborns vitamin K and NASA.
Oh shit, okay. Media literacy is dead. I agree, Jarox. Thanks for the 2. And Austin, thanks for the 5. I've been wanting to start HRT, but I'm afraid of losing my job and friends, but I also want to be happy. Any advice? I love the channel. Okay, look, if you start HRT, and by no means do you have to come out right away. Like, if you start HRT and just start using it over the course of a year, 2 years,
What
you
in
can
goodness
absolutely
state did I rejoin into C?
you can absolutely like still work and communicate with the same people without them knowing. You know, is it going to be a bit more complicated? Yeah, but you can come out when you feel safe and ready to. And at that point, are you going to lose your job and friends? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. There's a possibility of that happening, okay? I'm not going to pretend that there isn't, okay? But the fact of the matter is if you go this other road, let's say, because I can't give you medical advice, obviously, let's assume that it is what you want to do, full stop, and you know it's going to make you happier. 5-10 years down the road, when you're depressed, when you're miserable, when you don't like your friends because you resent them because you catered to their happiness and to their beliefs, like you catered your literal body and life to their beliefs, you're miserable with your job because you're miserable in general, you're probably going to lose those things anyway. You know what I'm saying? In life, if you have a choice between doing something that makes you happy and keeping someone in your life, do what makes you happy, because at least you lost them on your own terms. Because you will lose them anyway. Those same people will probably not be there if you become depressed, because then you're going to be too much of an inconvenience. You know what I'm saying? Lose people on your own terms.
I like how all over the place this is. Like, oh, Earth is flat, dinosaurs weren't real, darn NASA, and pap smears are a conspiracy.
I just
but like take time,
the
you know.
Sometimes, you know, we should definitely.
You can. It's a lot easier as well. Like my dad's a good example. I told him right away, and I was like, if you don't ever want to talk to me again, fucking all the power to you. But I told him that I was gonna like work with him, and my dad's now my biggest ally. Okay, but. You know, 5-6 years ago when I first started, it was very hard for him to get behind what I'm doing. But now that I look like a woman and, I'm presenting it, I'm acting like myself, he actually is a lot more accustomed to it. Because unfortunately, people do have a bias for appearance. I'm sorry, I'm just being completely honest. A lot of people are shitty like that. And the fortunate thing is, if you start HRT and you wait 2 years and you already look more feminine, they can comprehend it a bit better. They can they'll digest it a bit easier. Some people, not everyone's like that. Some people are very cool and valid and will love you no matter what, and they'll be there for you 100%, right? But I knew my dad over the course of 3 or 4 years would warm up to it because I would look more feminine. And that's exactly what happened. And some people are just like that. You know, my mom was super supportive right out the gate. Again, not everyone's like that. You know, I'm not like that myself. Some people just so happen to be, which is not the right way to be. I'm not saying that's the right way to be. But if you wait 2 or 3 years down the road when you look more feminine, they might comprehend it a bit better depending on who they are. You know?
Worried about stuff like
appearance bias is real. Unfortunately, it's real. 100%.
Spade and shady out.
That also reflects like a lot of people, trans people, say it gets a lot easier, and that's because because of that as well.
Algorithms and misinformation, or extremism, or what have you. But it's also really funny that we get to see so much like
my dad's awesome now. He's my biggest supporter.
Silly shit that you would never even encounter in an entire lifetime. And you can find.
Hey, A. Levy probably said it the best. That's probably better than I could have articulated. First time chat to W. Transitioning is an isolating experience. Not being your true self is more isolating, though. Well fucking said. Everything I said in a sentence.
Like, dozens and dozens of this stuff at the tip of your fingertips, from the comfort of your own goon cave. The modern world has its amazing moments, doesn't it?
A teaspoon of powdered moringa leaves mixed with honey when given to a baby once every day makes a crawling child walk faster.
It's skooma! Oh my god, the right wing found skooma! Holy shit, dude, it happened! The combo was fantastic with children. Delayed milestone, nature heals. It's weird when they start shaking though. Like it's okay. So yeah, when you give your kids skooma and they stop shaking after a day of not happening, that gets kind of weird. But you just give them more, and then they start walking fast again. It's amazing. Holy shit!
It's fantastic for children with delayed milestones. Nature heals.
Yeah.
3.7k likes, 359,000 views. I take back what I said earlier. I can definitely see why the internet's making the world worse.
Follow this advice if you want your infant to develop a muscle weakness and paralysis. Bacterium cholestidium botulinum. Nail that. This bacterium can be present in honey and can produce toxins.
Look, if you want to, okay, look, I've discovered there's a science to this, okay? All right? Look, there's a literal social engineering science behind talking to morons like this. If you tell them the scientific details as to why giving them, what was it again? Skooma? If you tell someone the scientific factoids behind skooma being bad for kids, they're going to say that you're part of Big Pharma. All you have to do is say, you know what? That's what Big Vitamin C wants you to think, you know? They're trying to, or that's what Big Skooma wants you to think. They're selling you that information to get more money from you. You got to make it into a conspiracy against a conspiracy. Like, you have to trick stupid people into doing smart things by giving them stupid advice. Does that make sense? Like, you can't throw a rope to an idiot and expect to save them. You know what I'm saying? You just can't, unfortunately.
Yeah, no,
you have to give stupid people stupid advice to make them do smart things. That's exactly it.
Nail that. This bacterium can be present in honey and can produce toxins, which results in infant botulism.
Lol, let me school you. Provided the said organism is even there. Honey plus moringa leaves provide a potentiated
provided the said organism is even there. Okay, she already assumes it isn't. See, that's what I'm saying.
Microbial effect, which inhibits the existence of the organism. Herbalism is an art. If you don't understand it, seek clarity. Don't talk nonsense.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Feed this to your kid. It's good for them. Source. I don't know, meditate or something and you will realize it's good.
Source, I played World of Warcraft for 10,000 hours in my lifetime, and I've been a herbalist master the entire time. You don't think I know what I'm talking about? I've maxed out herbalism in every single expansion, okay? Alright? Yeah, you can trust me.
But that's not really what meditation is for, man. I still think this is gonna be bad for your kiddo, I'm gonna be honest. The 300th trillionth digit of pi is 5. What are the odds? 1 in 10?
1 in 9.
It's 1 in 10. 0 is included too. If the last digit was a 0, that would be impossible for pi, as pi is an infinitely long, irrational number with no repeating patterns and no final digit. It's not the last digit. It could be 3.14159, a few less than a trillion more digits. 0, 2, 4, 7, 3.
No, let him cook. 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 I wonder if he looks at this and is just confused. He's like, -7? So 6 people didn't like it.
Could be 3.14159, a few less than a trillion more digits. 0, 2, 4, 7, 3.
Thanks the right area.
Is that the same thread where someone was convinced any decimal number ended as soon as it contained a 0? I'm sorry, what? You're saying 1 divided by 100, which is equal to 0.01, is equal to 0 because the decimal ended? I think that is what the person believed, yes.
I usually don't do this, but I'm in like a very sociable mood today. Let's see this. Let's see this, Ari. What are you spinning? A little bit of an advert for you. Can we get a shout out for Ari Alchemy this time around? Let's see what you're doing. Yeah, social time. What's going on? What's this? 3 hours ago? Stream? Oh, you do art? That's hype. That's fucking sick. I kind of want to do Unreal Engine 5, but like I feel like, how do you feel about doing art on stream? I feel like I personally would start, like, I can't do my creative activities with people watching me. Like, I just can't, you know? Yeah, I really want to start like a side channel to do like UE5 stuff and just kind of talk about lighting, dude. And like, dude, like get like, oh my god, just talk about like, dude, I could do like 12-hour streams like that. But then again, I wouldn't get much done, and it would also like put like unnecessary pressure for me on it. So I'm not saying you're the same way. That's just how I am. I know people can do this and like it's like natural for them. Do it? I might. The Yuko lighting rants, bro. I could go off. I could go off about shit. Just like constantly. There's so much stuff to it at all times. This is cool.
So I have to order it like online through. Wonder if that would be like
Makers and Crafters.
Hey,
that's awesome. That looks
thanks
really good.
for the follow.
That jingle looks really good. There you go.
Dropping 10,000 pennies emojis.
Happy Pride, yeah,
Bro
you too.
dropped $1,000 like it's nothing. Bro, Lamau, go back to 7th grade math. It's $100. For the love of God, both of you need to go back to school. It's only $10. 10,000 divided by 100 is 100. You need a new calculator.
Yeah.
It's 100 in case anyone was wondering.
I have got dyscalculia. I see this math post and just...
Oh man, I sort of feel that. I was reading a really long thread for one of these
Wait, dyscalculia? What is that? Dyscalculia. Hold up here. Dyscalculia. What is that? Let's see. Is learning disability that affects a person's ability to understand and work with numbers and math. Fucking real, dude.
Incorrect videos like
real,
a couple
bro. I was like, dude, this you want to see how I did my taxes this year? I can show you an actual recap. This was literally it. This is how I did my math or my taxes, dude. I just did this. I just did this and I just did this. This is me doing my taxes 2025, man. 2024. See, I said 2025. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm doing taxes right now by having a mental breakdown, dude. Like, this is how I do it. Yeah. I just cry the entire time. Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm so glad I added those under, like, the fucking, the shorts under this. That's so clutch. I almost flashed the entire stream. Yeah, no, I got shorts under these, thank God. Cause, like, no bad, how dare you say 0.99 recurring is 1. See, number big scary.
Years ago,
scary.
And I think I misread something because of a hashtag dyslexia superpower or whatever, and I used like a very sarcastic voice for the person who was actually correct.
W shorts? Oh, I got a fucking giant click in the background. Yeah, double shorts came in clutch there. Yeah, W shorts. Ah, double shipper. Boop. There we go. Thanks 1,000 bits, yo. I'm making
Yuck's taxes more complicated.
No! More than 3. Every tier 1 in bit is another number. Please stop.
People in the comments were like, click.
Thanks 1,000 bits, Ashley.
Did you mean to give like this silly, sarcastic Swedish voice to the person that was actually right? And I was like, no comment.
I wonder how many
times.
Dude,
I actually kind of like, as I was doing taxes, I was like, I really, like, dude, this year... Man, I kind of want to make like a lot less money, dude. Like I didn't even make that much, but number hard, man.
I've been confidently incorrect in one of my confident.
I got really lucky though. My stepmom, bro, pause champ in the chat, please. I'm sorry, Twitch. I'm sorry. It's been 17 minutes into the video. It's been an hour and 27 minutes. 10 minutes is 1 hour in this stream, dude. So my stepmom knows a tax person, and I went through her, and she did it for so cheap. She like I was such a fucking incompetent loser doing taxes that she talked to me like, dude, she would like she gave me a discount out of pity, I think, dude. Like the amount of shit they had to do for me was insane. I was literally handheld through the entire process. I did basically like I had a it was bad, dude. Oh man, but they're so sweet. They were so fucking sweet, man. 100%. They were so sweet. New fan here, so you're following the OT and Click pipeline? Yes, good. Yeah, OT and Click are super cool. I've met Click very briefly, but OT is like kind of OT and me like have done some stuff together, and it's always a pleasure working with OT. He's a really cool guy.
I feel like someone is gonna make a compilation of this one fine day. It's gonna be really fun and a little bit painful.
There we go.
This is why statistics pisses me off and has no actual real world implications. The math says there's a 50% chance, but actually no, you will almost never see this actually be true.
Okay.
Lol, what? This is true. Pick 23 random people. Half of the time, at least one pairing will have the same birthday. I am so confused on why this will almost never actually be true.
Except it's not. Do it practically and it will almost never happen.
Except it is. The BBC did this for football teams. Each football team has 23 players. They did it for the teams competing in the 2014 and 2010 World Cups. Out of the 64 teams, 31 had players that shared birthdays, or 48% of the cases. Actually interesting to read. Still completely doubt this would hold most of the time though. Oh yeah, remember this one. This is one of those infamous math problems. I read up on it quite a long time ago, so let's see if I...
It's like people somehow forgot that what they're posting on. Okay, the thing that they're using to type a message is literally just math magic. Like, it's like mathemagics, dude. That's a term I just made up, right? Not mathematics, mathemagics. It's literally just numbers telling screens to do things. And they have the audacity to go onto a computer or onto a phone, type letters on this screen, and say math is stupid. Like, they have the fucking audacity, but the way they're sending that is via math. It's so dumb.
Remember the details correctly. But essentially, it's one of those problems that sort of go against.
Can we help Elon's trip to Mars and just send all the fucking morons with him? Just send them all to Mars. Let them fend for themselves, you know. They'll probably be fine. Don't worry about it. You know, there's always, like, they'll be fine. You don't have to worry about it. I'm sure there's water somewhere. Yeah, just send them to Mars. We need we need more support for Elon Musk's trip to Mars so we can get all of them off this planet. Got you for a second there. You thought for a second. Also, I wanted to laugh about the fact that you are the first person to ever make me feel a bit guilty that I'm not trans. Oh, wait. I wanted to laugh about the fact that you were the first person ever to make me feel a bit guilty that I'm not trans. How do I make you feel you're guilty that you're not trans? That's wild. That's never my goal, honestly. I feel like I'm actually probably one of the more, and I say this with a big asterisk, because obviously, you know, it's like cis supportive is a wild thing to say. You feel guilty about everything? Oh, no, don't. I'm definitely, like, when it comes to, people, that, I don't know about content creators in general, but, like, as an example, if you go to a trans space, sometimes there'll be a lot of, like, hate towards cis men. But that's something that I've always disavowed very strongly in my Discord server. I'm probably one of the more, neutral people. Like, that's why I actually have a cis character in my video. Like, Tony is a cis guy. He's just a guy. He just likes being a little guy and doing things, but he's an ally, and we love that, you know?
Yeah, what you initially think it would be, simply because of the fact that, like, how can the statistic be true? It's only 23 people, but there are like 350 days in a year. You know, how can two people share birthdays 50% of the time? That seems really unlikely. But the thing is that you can think about it like a chain of math, basically. You know, you start with one person who has a specific birthday. You can confirm that? And it's like, okay, what are the odds that the next person doesn't share the birthday? It's pretty high odds.
I mean, I get
but then as you get to
I get it, but like here's my issue, strategically speaking, and just like common sense, right? I feel like the idea of the community at large, and I don't care if this lands me in hot water, because I'm just gonna call it out. The idea that people are normalizing hating cis men in the trans community is fucking stupid. Because in the cis men group, there are allies. And the last thing you want to do is polarize them to the other side by saying they're pieces of shit for the way they were born. They're not. Like, let people's actions speak for who they are. Don't let the way they were born speak for who they are. That's literally what being trans is about. So, like, how can you hate an entire category of people when that's the same problem that you're living with? Yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, there's a lot of fucking allies out there that, you know, we should be working with. Just let people's actions speak for themselves, dude. That's literally it. That's all you have to do. That's literally it.
More and more people, the likelihood increases of any of the people actually sharing a birthday to the point that you reach about 50%.
That's awesome. Thank you,
when
Radio.
you reach
See, look,
23
we have
people.
literal.
It's kind of a fast.
There's literally cis men and cis women that watch my streams, and like because they're so much of an ally that they don't fucking care. They just want to watch a stream and have a good time. Like, it's like people, like, generally there's a lot of people that are actually like really nice out there if you open your eyes to it.
Fascinating problem because it is actually true.
Cool. That's awesome.
But you know, initially you
genuinely,
won't
it's always
think
very
it is simply because of the magnitude difference
between
the two numbers. But math is pretty fascinating that way.
One of the biggest lies ever told is that raw milk.
I can get why people might reflexively hate in that way, but it's like you have to make sure that you take a moment to breathe and direct it in the right place, you know? Like, don't hate cis men, just hate people that are in MAGA. Hate people that are actively working against you. That's like, you can hate people based on their worldview and their actions, and that will lead you to MAGA, not an entire category of people for the way that they were born. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hate the haters, exactly, yeah. If you see someone with a red hat, flick it off. You know what I'm saying?
It's dangerous.
If we sent all the morons to Mars, I'm not sure enough would be left to repopulate Earth. That's where you're wrong. Maximum effort times. I got this. Don't worry.
The
I got
bacteria
this.
people
I
are
got
told to
this.
fear, like E. coli, salmonella, and listeria, are
I'll be
not
working double
inherently
time next to the
harmful.
F5 again, though.
That is one hell of a way to start off your argument for raw milk.
These microbes only become active when there is degenerative tissue to clean up. They help break down and eliminate toxicity from the body.
Are these the same kind of people that claim that cancer is your body detoxing, and if you remove the tumors, that's bad for you? It feels like it's
Because they got
going...
it right with me does not mean we got it right with everyone else. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm sorry, I'm not
the
sure what you
same
mean.
direction.
What people call
cis
getting...
men here. Wait. Okay. Sometimes I'm a little bit illiterate. Just because they got it right with me does not mean we got it right with everyone else. Huh? I feel so brain dead right now.
Thanks for the follow.
Oh, my gender. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, some people just roll the wrong dice, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to be, it's like the entire conversation like falls apart about like non-binary and being trans. The entire conversation falls apart when you just ask them like, dude, like, what does it matter to you? Like when you stop, like when not you obviously, like when the right-wing MAGA people that are like trying to find reasons and justifications for an unnecessary hatred towards a minority group, when you just ask them like, hey, look, like, does it really affect you, someone deciding to dress a way that makes them feel happy and to date someone that makes them happy? Does that really affect you? Like, is this actually, do you have enough time in your life to focus on these things? Or should you be focused about your next paycheck, your housing situation, your child's future? Should you not be focusing about these things? And if they turn around and say, well, yeah, my child's future is what I'm worried about because I don't want them to be trans. I want to protect the kids. Well, in order to protect the kids, you have to realize that sometimes your perspective might be uneducated. And you have to allow yourself to listen to science and doctors and understand that to protect kids, they need to have avenues to make them happy. Because to just ignore and invalidate the trans experience is completely disingenuous. There's history for thousands of years showing that diversity in gender has been a thing so long as it hasn't been abolished by some form of extremist government, which is now what's happening again. And it's like, look, protecting kids doesn't mean protecting them from a worldview that isn't yours. Protecting them means having a facility, a foundation of understanding, and routes that understanding can lead to. And that's what transgender care is all about. Because people can be and are inherently trans. In the brain, gray matter can be... Okay, so there's a female brain and a male brain, quote unquote, right? And gray matter in these brains are distributed uniquely. And in some cases, in some actual scientific research, the gray matter patterns in a transgender individual was not reflective of if they were assigned male at birth. It's not reflective of male, nor is it female. It is a transgender brain. So first of all, if you want biological evidence, look no further than the literal brain, because there is biological evidence. But second of all, you have to understand that people sometimes just don't want to conform to the idea that they have to be the person that you want them to be. And so long as you think that people should be the person that you want them to be...
Yucko about to give me brain dysphoria again.
You are literally a fascist, in my opinion. You are controlling other people's bodily autonomy. That is not a healthy thing for anybody. And yeah, like, so basically, if you do any amount of research, you will find that gender dysphoria is very much a anomaly in the brain that does happen, and whether or not it's because of gray matter patterns, which is a scientific fact, whether or not it's because of something in their life that made them feel this way, the fact of the matter is they feel this way, and you should help them as opposed to abolish them.
How are you?
I'll stop now. Sorry, that was a fucking tangent. It's just so disingenuous. It's not protecting the kids that they're worried about. What it boils down to is protecting the kids from worldviews that aren't theirs. And that's not protecting kids. That's literally damaging them.
Sick is often just the body cleansing itself with the help of bacteria.
It literally is the same shit. Oh my god.
Not being attacked by them. What we call infection is actually detoxification.
Yeah, I've done a fuck ton of research on this. And by the way, I've actually researched both sides. I've researched what the right wing quotes. And funny enough, okay, a lot of the time, either it's complete bogus or what the right wing is quoting wasn't even trans related. Like, a lot of the times when they quote data or metrics, they don't actually have anything that they can't extrapolate from an actual trans research. They have to look for other researches, and then they have to misconstrue it intentionally to spin their own narrative. It's like, it's the idea of, look, the idea that people detransition is a sad thing, okay? Nobody wants someone to transition. Not even the trans people want someone to transition if it's not right for them. But the main reason why people detransition is because of societal and social bias. It's the main reason why, if you ask most people that detransition, and this is in studies, is in actual research when people didn't have their head up their ass, is because of societal pressure, is because their families are pieces of shit, because they're getting bullied at school or at work, and they just don't want to deal with it anymore. And that's understandable, but it's a sad thing to see that. And even though there is, in fact, a very small percentage of people, like a 0.05%, that's a random number, I'm not quoting it, okay, but is a fucking extremely small number of people that detransition because it wasn't right for them, to abolish gender affirming care for that 0.05% and completely ignore the other 99% of people that are requiring it for their literal life, for their happiness, is such an affront to basic fucking common sense. You shouldn't be focused on abolishing an avenue for people to be happy because of a very small minority. What you should be doing is addressing it and saying, you know what, we do care about these people. We don't want people to make a mistake, so we need more rail guards. Don't get rid of the option. Add more rail guards. There's already family consent. There's already doctor consent. There's already the consent of the individual. You can add more rail guards if you want to protect that small percent, but that's already pretty fucking steadfast. Anyway.
I called it! How did I create the same shit?
Yeah,
symptoms like fever, fatigue, or diarrhea are part of the healing process, not something to suppress or fear.
Some toxic boss is gonna use this as an argument. Sorry, boss, I have explosive diarrhea. I can't come into office. Haha, that's just detoxing. It's actually a sign of health. Come into office, you little rascal.
Don't worry, Ginger, I know.
It's actually great news, and we can share it with everyone else in the office too, both figuratively and physically.
Don't worry about it, Timmy. Drink your fucking raw milk.
The reason why I say these things on stream isn't because I think some right-wing person is going to come into my stream and be educated. The reason why I say it is because I'm very well educated on this topic. I've done a lot of research. And arming our own community with these talking points actually does help to a degree. If people could respond to moralistic, disingenuous takes from the right wing in a way that is strong, that is to the point, and that is informative, it actually does help, because sometimes you'll see people that are inherently trans start to think that I don't think this, but you'll start to see people buy into the rhetoric of the right wing. And that's the last thing that you want. You don't want people that are trans to start thinking that trans kids shouldn't have access to healthcare because A, they're cowards, and B, they're uneducated. That's why educating is so important. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this for the right wing. I'm saying this so we know. Knee surgeries literally have a higher regret rate, 100%. Thanks to the 2, by the way.
Little bit of E. coli never hurt nobody, and then we have raw chicken for dessert because a little bit of salmonella.
You're kind of right-wing. I just like hearing your opinions. My dad is kind of right-wing as well, 100%. My issue is with MAGA, not right-wing in general.
So this for me? If this is a pair of scissors, then what the f is this?
Yeah, I can have conversation with right-wing people easily enough, but it's when the conversation turns into attacking someone's right, that's when I have literally no compromise. I will sit at a table and I'll have a civil conversation, and I'll meet halfway on some points, but there are some points that I will never, ever, ever compromise on, ever.
Y'all not go to school?
And it's those MAGA people, 100%.
Wow,
and I appreciate that you watch the stream and just kind of chill out. That's really cool.
This one is just one scissor.
Knee surgery has a higher
well, the
regret
second
rate
one
than
is a
bottom
pair
surgery,
of scissors.
I wish I had the confidence to be so wrong about something.
It's 2 pairs of scissors. Duh!
It's the same like with pants. How do you say? You don't say one pant, you know? You say 2 pair of pants. You know, that's how it works.
Well,
Language is a bit funky.
Like MAGA? Yeah. You can, let's see here. We can't persuade MAGA people, but we can persuade the bystanders. You know what's happened? Is the Republican Party actually at first heavily disavowed MAGA and disavowed Trump. And what the Republican Party the MAGA has done is it's like a parasite attached itself to the Republicans, and like a fungus kind of just completely deformed it, like one of the creatures in The Last of Us, you know? It's literally a fungus. And what the Republicans need to do is to remove that fungus and reevaluate their ideology, because MAGA is literally taking over the entirety of the party and spinning their ideology into it while completely disregarding what Republicans generally stand for, which is a very business-minded approach to government. Like, you need to get MAGA off that. It's like one of the crab heads from Half-Life.
Granted, but yeah. I couldn't agree more, not to mention $2.4 trillion over 10 years is $2.4 billion
Jake, I'm
a year.
Surprised. I remember,
you missed a lot of zeros. You missed more zeros than you accounted for. That is a sneeze in our economy. It will take the $12.3 trillion in American business. Thank you very much. Math is difficult, lol. Again, the Trump and Republican bill takes deficits of 1.8 to 1.9
MAGA
trillion.
is the jock itch of GOP. Apply the goal. Yes, MAGA is the jock itch, dude. There we go. We need to start. I want to use that.
That's 2.4 trillion.
Bro, we're watching a video, by the way. Let's cleanse the Let's cleanse the palate, dude. Cleanse the palate. Cleanse the palate with the cat smelling chat real quick. Yes, let's cleanse the palate real quick here. I'm gonna get some water, so I'll be right back. Let this break video sprint, and then we'll watch the rest of this clicked video. It's been a fucking ride. It's almost 2 hours, 20 minutes. 2 hours, 20 minutes, dude. All right, let's see how long we can make this last. BRB.
I'll buy 1 potion of gender change, please.
Sure, that'll be 100 gold.
Okay, fair, yeah.
Every month for the rest of your life.
What? Okay.
Also, PvP's now toggled.
This isn't even a PvP server.
Yeah, well, people don't like that game feature. They say it's against the game dev.
But it's in the game! Doesn't the game dev design everything?
Do you know what a dump stat is?
Yeah, the stat that people ignore in games, meaning it's incredibly low.
A lot of people dump stat intellect, so...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, good luck debating that point. You're a trans girl. This is supposed to be your thing.
I've never coded in my life, not once.
Well, at least try to help me, okay?
Oh my god, fine. Great, cool. It's a bunch of meaningless words and... wait.
Do you see something?
I'm tapping into the trans force. Quick, monster can me.
Is it happening?
Quick, give me your thigh highs now.
Here, put them on, quick.
I can see it. The answer.
What do you see, Budget? What do you see?
The answer is you're out of monster cannon thigh highs.
Oh, come on.
Also, you're not rounding your total before you're returning it. That's the error.
Oh, son of a... You're right. Trans femme Joker has been spotted yet again.
What exactly was the evil deed you saw Joker committed?
He donated $10,000 to charity, all in $1 bills.
Don't worry, I punched out the charity worker so she didn't have to count the money.
Thank God, a cis white male. Are you by chance also a billionaire?
Oh yeah, also I took the money.
There you have it, people, the hero we've been asking for.
I think I might blow something
Oh my god,
up.
finally.
Mass producing the HRT is what I have you for.
This is your operation, so you learn how to make it.
No one told me being an activist would actually take effort.
Learn the recipe so me and Nadia can leave this garbage boat, or I ain't making a single drop.
Oh yeah? What if instead I motivated the team with memes? Don't even think about it. Trans rights enforced by aircraft. We need an activism aircraft.
We can't even afford food.
Come on, think about all the activism we could do with an aircraft built to explode things.
That's not activism, Yuko. I mean, sure, the word has ism in it, but it doesn't start with active.
Okay, how about controlled, non-criminal explosions for activism? +1 for peaceful explosions.
No explosions, no violence, and no jets. You wanted to help people get medicine, so focus on that.
Fine. Me? I'm a lesbian.
Doctor. Good, so you have no possibilities of being pregnant.
Me? I might have...
huh?
My trans girlfriend. Yeah. Babe, that doesn't even apply to us.
Not with that attitude, it doesn't.
I mean, I won't say I don't wish it did.
First step is believing, babe.
Well, I mean... Get out of here. Go back. Oh, I'm looking so good today.
All right, let's do this.
Oh my god, my voice.
Literally me, and it sucks.
Need any tips on voice training?
Eventually, yeah.
It's a temporary pain for a lifetime of gain.
You underestimate my ability to maintain emotional numbness.
So you just refuse completely?
Well, no, I will train eventually.
Cool, want to try tonight? Tomorrow? Next week? Next month? Female voice, passable female voice, step-by-step guide. Save to watch later. It's for reference. For reference. Heat from fire!
I don't want to do it.
Say it!
Heat from fire.
Key, seriously, do it or raise the larynx.
Okay, seriously. I sound like a Martian.
Yuko, this isn't helping at all.
It is part of the process, budget. Let it happen. Babe.
Oh, darling, where have you been?
You sound like a Martian. How do you feel about your older brother becoming your older sister?
She takes 4 times longer to shower now.
Anything else?
She's a lot more giggly than before.
Oh my god, adorable.
I want only good things for that younger sister.
Right beside you.
But you're not supposed to have that. Where'd you get that gun?
Huh? Oh, this. I don't know.
Trans girls be saying stuff that makes you worry for their safety, then follow it up with a me.
Hey chat, so I'm gonna be away for a bit, not sure when I can jump back online. I'm on a boat at the moment being forced into slave labor by some abductors. The good news is the constant looming threat of being thrown into the unforgiving ocean has completely distracted me from my deep crippling depression. But that's why I keep doing stuff. If I always stay distracted, I will never have to feel sad again.
Me.
Not all men have and that's alright. They're valid too. You hear that, Tony? It's okay to be cis, man. You're valid too.
Hey, my man.
It's what I do, man.
Don't tell Yuko, but I got a console set up in my room. You down?
Hey.
Aw, a bromance. Queer friendships according to media. Why, hello, gorgeous. Let's practice kissing, kitten. Queer friendships IRL. Wow, this is good dirt. Cardboard. My favorite. Hump, crump, crump. Do you want to eat some dirt with me?
Did I just hear you have procured some fine dirt?
No. I feel like I'd be more of a cardboard person. Ha! Blocked. Table junk champion Yuko returns with a massive swing and... It's actually impressive the lengths in which you went to screw that up.
I am so bored.
Yeah, me too.
Anyone want to smooch for a bit?
Can't you see we're in the middle of table junk hockey? Here, have some dirt.
No way. Let me tell you what society fundamentally gets wrong about LGBTQ people. They think they're...
What's up, chat? How's it going? What's up? Yo. Alright, let's get it.
240 billion per year on top. Trump and Republicans ran on lower, not higher deficits. And I don't recall them running on running deficits exceeding 2 trillion per year. Man, math in comment sections, man, it's absolutely beautiful. I sort of want to make a study and compare the fascinating trends in each comment sections. Instagram is just racist, hateful brain rot. TikTok is also...
request? Oh. Huh? We're doing the cat smiley? Oh my fuck, chat. No! You're gonna get me in trouble, dude! I swear to God. Nah, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
It's over 9,000!
I didn't do it. See? I swear. No, I didn't!
Hi, how are you?
Should we drop a Discord link in the chat anyway? I literally didn't do it. I literally did. I don't know who did, but yeah, if you can get Discord links in the chat, you can join the Discord server if you want. Do not spam cat smiley. I've literally gotten in trouble before. But yeah, click the link. It's 18 plus. We need one on YouTube too. Yeah, that's it's a great place. It's honestly a great place. It's back on that growth curve. For a while, I kind of let things simmer for a bit because I just kind of got really busy with shit. But now it's like, I'll grow the Discord, kind of start developing the mod team and stuff again. I'll do my job, I guess. But yeah, come in. It's a fun place. Cool people.
Also kind of racist and hateful, but it's more confidently incorrect math there. Facebook is a combination of boomers and bots and a lot of AI slop. Twitter.
Yes.
is just really toxic, and
So I told everyone in stream to cat smiley spam in the Discord, and then I at everyone in the general chat, and then everyone started cat smiling, and the server was like basically like bricking people's phones for a second. Like it was just like too much for like phones to handle. And then people started getting, what was it, notifications. Please don't talk about politics and YouTube or Twitch chat, please. Yeah, no politics in chat. Yeah, so that was basically it. Yeah, we set Discord on fire. The server started exploding. People started getting like notifications that they were like fucking nerfed for a bit because they were like suspected to be a bot. It was crazy.
You have all these wonderful little
it's
specialties.
spamware. That's what it was. I was trying to think of what it's called.
Sort
Yeah.
of the platform. I sort of wanna do some kind of study on this. It'll be fascinating.
If you pick up your teenager from secondary school rather than walking or getting the bus, which they're capable of.
Okay.
Wrong there. You're wrong. The reason the traffic in Thanet is shit.
Okay.
They are. You are.
Yeah, there you go. You're wrong, actually. Here we go.
It has 2 likes. How does this have 2 likes? But the one actually getting the grammar correct has 0
yes,
likes.
everybody stop driving your kids home so this Karen... Okay, fucking... Stop driving your kids home so this Karen can get her Starbucks in a more timely fashion.
Insane.
Good evening, ladies, gents, and non-binary fiends. Welcome to Click Psychology.
Yeah, only on topic
Today
politics. Yeah, anytime I'm talking about politics, it's free reign. But otherwise, yeah, just don't bring them up. And there isn't. Can one of the mods from Twitch chat hop over to YouTube and drop a little bit of a Discord link for the goobers over there? They're starving.
A little bit of a hot take on our hands, and by hot take I mean a steaming pile of hot shit.
so good.
Let's get into it, baby. Certain personality disorders absolutely are a matter of choice.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right,
That is the
exciting
point
for
of
this one.
talk therapy and CBT. The goal is to train you out of habitual patterns of behavior that you could control but don't. Things like borderline narcissistic and avoidant personality disorders are absolutely patterns of choice. We frame them otherwise because we are scared of making poopy people feel bad about themselves.
It's like this guy is so close to understanding what a disorder is. He's so fucking... He's so close. He's like, do therapy because it will help you. But then after that, he's like, but it's your choice, so just stop. Like, he's so close to understanding, but so far away, yeah. Oh, if only he was just like, had just one more brain cell. He's so
There's a difference between a mental illness and a personality disorder. No one is born with a malignant personality. It's so obvious this person is just
yes. We have someone here that's lived a perfect life, no trauma as a kid. Okay, one second. My mods are like tapped out. I'll do it. Fine, I'll do it. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm getting you a link right now. Yeah, this person clearly has had no problems in his life. He's a fucking idiot. You know, no perspective. Alright. There you go. Alright, there's the link right there. YouTube chat, there's a link in the chat there. If you want to go in the Discord, it's fun stuff.
smashing things, you know, like they're talking about behavioral training and stuff, but then talking about personality disorders not being real and that kind of thing. Like, you can utilize it for certain stuff, you know, for example, when it comes to maybe making a phobia a little bit less invasive in your life, you know, you use like behavioral therapy and exposure therapy, that kind of stuff. You know, there's plenty of trainings that you can do with therapy and that kind of thing, but that is hardly equivalent to saying that personality disorders does not exist. Like, you're just making shit up at this point,
100%.
which is like 50% of the internet. Hell yes, baby.
Ember, thanks to the tier 1.
Live, love, fruit. 2 states just said no to fluoride. Who's next? If fluoride is so good for us, then why does its packaging look like this? You see, it's a skull on it. Sodium fluoride is toxic if consumed enough. Then again, so is table salt. And water. Table salt is made of 2 toxic chemicals. Probably shouldn't use it. I used to deliver chemotherapy medications to hospitals in bulk packaging. I had to wear a hazmat suit when handling it. Should those be banned as well? According to these buttholes, it should. And gasoline. Ever looked at the warnings on that? I hate it. I just want to make my little summer cocktails with a little bit of diesel because it has so many calories. It's for the gays.
Fluoride, they put, I don't know why they put fluoride in water, but I know it's in toothpaste. So that way, so that way your teeth are like not just like deciding to go on a vacation and like fall on the kitchen table.
Japan develops universal artificial blood compatible with all blood types.
Wow.
Science is so fucking cool.
Yeah, real. Let's see how people ruin this.
That is really
That's
badass.
really fucking
Hell
cool.
yes.
It's
Vampires
all
are
blood.
hype.
Types never meant anything. Just another way to categorize people and separate them.
It's like, oh no. Oh god, they're stupid and progressive. Oh, it's one of our own, chat. I can't even shoot shit at the right wing on this one. Oh no. Oh jeez, bro. Damn it, you know what? God damn fucking big pharma. God damn what do we blame for this one, chat? Yeah, no, we gotta align with them. We have to like ironically align with them. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's what we're doing right now. Yeah, oh jeez, man, they're separating and categorizing people, man. One blood.
Blood types is racist.
No.
If you truly believe this, just try to get an infusion of the wrong blood type if you happen to be in the hospital
It's
at
a
some
vampire's
point
fault,
and
yeah.
see how well this argument holds up.
Yeah, this is probably just a vampire, honestly. It all tastes the same to me.
Urine
It's a very
therapy.
terrible
That's a
vampire
great
thing.
Facebook group.
I've been doing urine drops in my eyes and holding a glass.
Yeah, you got bloody racist. Yeah. Fucking O negative, dude. You have O negative blood. You fucking loser.
Urine over my eyes for
I
short
have O
durations
negative
throughout
blood,
the
I think
day.
it's
My eyes are getting red. I wonder why. And discharging large amounts of pus. Wow, I wonder why. I was wondering if anyone else went through this. That is called detox. Keep doing it with fresh urine and the redness.
Nope. 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 No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope. I give up. I fucking give up. Yeah, no, just not. Yeah, just not doing it right now. Yeah. That's the end of the stream, chat. I'm just kidding. I'm not ending stream. No, I'm not. Yeah. Huh. Don't drink pee. Yeah, don't rinse your eyes out. Don't. Hey, chat. Hot take. Don't rinse your eyes out.
Are you
with
insane?
pee. You can't. You can learn.
That's all just what Big Blood wants you to believe. They're all a bunch of vampires and chupacabras looking to get your hemoglobin and money, and I'm absolutely not one of them.
Yeah. Oh man, chat. Look, you're gonna hear this from here. All right. This is because I'm the smart VTuber. Okay. I know the factoids. Don't rinse your eyes with pee. I know a lot of you wanted to do it now that you saw this. Okay. But not actually, because everyone here is smart, right? Everyone here is. I don't imagine I have. I don't imagine I have a single. I don't think I have a single person like this in my stream, literally ever. They would be so polarized right away, immediately, because I'm always calling them stupid. If you are here, why are you here? Go somewhere where people like you.
The discharge.
If you look at this, you're like, you know what? I think they might be onto something here. Big Pharma just wants me to use eye drops, not human pee. Why are you here? Oh, don't you feel disliked? Because you are. Just kidding.
Stop. You know, maybe the body's pushing out.
Do you think vampires
and
have
piss
preferred blood types?
because
Definitely.
you know it's extracted the necessary nutrients and
Of course,
stuff from
well,
it,
yeah.
flushing out the rest.
Yeah.
You know, maybe those things are far enough from your face because evolutionary speaking, it means getting less of those kind of like tummy bacterials and stuff into your face and eyes and
Yeah.
sensitive orifices. But no, I suppose it's better to just literally drip our waste into our face because that's supposed to be healthy for some reason. What? Why? I wonder where they even got this idea in the first place. Like, what were they trying to cure or like improve with this? It's like, oh my god, I don't like wearing glasses or whatever. Oh wow, Susan, have you tried dripping your own piss into your eyeballs? Ooh, Haven't tried that. That probably works.
Thanks for the follow,
Does
yo.
this make sense? It doesn't to me. This is the design that an airplane needs to reach a top speed of Mach 3.2. So if you believe this thing is able to reach a maximum speed of Mach 23, you are not thinking clearly. But I mean, one is operating within the atmosphere, right? Which means air resistance and all kind of challenges and poo-poo. And the other one accelerates through the atmosphere, and I'm assuming it reaches the Mach 23 outside of the atmosphere.
T-shirt
right?
come out.
No. Dude, I wish I did. Bro, it's taking forever. It's actually taking so fucking long, dude. I'm gonna be like, yo, boys, where is it at? Where are the goods at, dude? I think they're waiting for the artist or something. I'm not sure. I'm gonna be like, I might DM them for an update pretty soon. I really want that cup, dude. Let's see. I'm gonna see when let me check some real quick. I'm gonna see how long it's been. All right, 22nd. It's been a month now. I think it's probably safe to hey, just touching base. Oh, there we go. I'm a DM. Just touching for any updates on the cup and shirt. There we go. All right, let's get it. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Poggy. All right, let's go. Edit the musical's peak, yeah.
Right. No. Like not when it's taking off or whatever. That'd be kind of a drastic start to it.
Polite but
they'll
firm.
probably
Yeah,
splatter
sometimes I
everyone
feel like I kind of err on the aspect of too polite. So I said, yeah, hey, okay, wait, chat. 1 in chat if this is good, 2 in chat if maybe it was too much. I just said, hey, just what? Okay, I replied to the message, like, hey, just touching base for any updates on the cup or shirt. Yeah, I think that's probably fine, right? Yeah, that's not too bad. I overanalyze what I say all the time. So like, I'll be too nice sometimes, and people will take it sarcastically.
Hey,
like people I use a lot of emotes. Person. And there was one time I was working with someone a long time ago, and I used an emote, and it set them off so bad that over the course of like the month and a half that we were working together, they actually fucking hated me because of that one emote. I was like, so you seem like you kind of like have like a random tone. Is anything wrong? And they were like, this emote you sent a long time ago kind of set me off, and I didn't like that. I don't think that was good. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just use emotes. I use this emote all the time to like represent I'm laughing, and like I just like, I try really hard to like be like maybe too nice. And then like it was like a week after that they were like sour again, and I was like, what's going on? Is everything okay? They're like, oh, you sent an emote. I was like, fucking what? So we had that conversation 4 or 5 times, bro. It was crazy, dude. You want to see the emote? Dude, it was the fucking emote that ruined it all. A possible working relationship completely demolished. Yeah. An emote? Yeah, I sent an emote, and they took it sarcastically. Which, you know what? It's fine. It's absolutely fine if someone misconstrues the intention behind an emote. But, and I can see why. I can genuinely see why, but, like, it was kind of like, oh my god, dude. Like, I told you so many times. I just, like, when I talk, dude, if I send a message without an emote, I'm genuinely concerned that it is rude. I am not a boomer mindset person. I don't send periods because I don't want to seem like I'm being rude. Like I don't use a period because those come across a bit rude sometimes. I use commas, okay, and I space things out over the course of 10 different messages, and then I just bombard it with emotes to really like send tone, like positive tone. Yeah, dude, no, I try too hard. This is the emote. This was it. This was the one that ruined my relationship.
Hey, thanks for
yeah, we were besties for a day until I sent this emote. I use it all the time though. I can see I send it all the time, right? I literally do. I use it all the time because it's my LMAO emote. It's just like, it's fun. We're having a fun time right now. But little did we know the sinister intentions behind that gaze. It's funny. It's a good one. It's so good. I love it. Yeah. Anyway, so I kind of overdo it sometimes. And then I feel like, yeah, dude, I don't know. I gotta learn how to be firm.
On the aircraft as well.
Gentle but firm. You gotta be passionate but firm. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, no, it's just they just travel in different mediums, man. God damn it.
I love reacting to click content because I feel like it's a just chatting plus stream. Like we get like this super dope, super dank content. We get clicks based tags. We get all these Reddit memes, and then literally it's just like a farm for tangents. It's literally just like a topic farm because I never know what to talk about.
On Earth,
you go corporate training video when? Oh my god. Okay. All right. I'm trying to stop talking about these things on stream. Okay. But I'm on this arc where I'm going to be doing, I think, more skits for a bit. Yeah, I want to do skits for a while. And once I kind of establish that, like, anytime you see my thumbnail, it's like an animated skit, I'll probably do things that are more, like, goofy, like that. Because so my strategy's kind of changed a bit. And yeah, that's a TLDR. Expect more trans relatable skits in the near future, and hopefully over time I can expand that to like just general like anxiety skits and stuff like that, and like a Yuko training video. That'd be so fun. Yeah.
I used to have winters.
The anti-union video from Yuko. It'd be so good.
These people do exactly what they saw, and there was no snow.
Yay, skits! I love skits. It's genuinely where my passion
when it's winter and everything.
Yeah, that's like where my heart and passion and soul is. It's just skits, you know? I love making
Everything
animations.
is covered in snow.
Fun.
That's the best time to go out hiking and making a map. Duh. You know, I wonder if there's going to be an equivalent
of this guy. The skit's overly justified to display memes is wonderful. Yeah, okay. So, my meme videos, people are like usually applauding me. They're like, wow, Yuko, you're amazing. The amount of effort you put into these meme videos, and I don't really ever respond to these because it disparages other people's effort in their videos. Obviously, if you don't make animated skits, you're not putting less effort into your video. You're just approaching it different. But people are like usually like, they're sometimes like, you go above and beyond to elevate these meme videos. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm not doing it because I'm like a hard worker or noble. I'm literally taking a format that I know that works, and I'm just injecting the thing I like to do into it. Like, that's why I don't engage with them, because to me, it's actually more effort to do what Click's doing, because I literally never know what to say. It's just a different wheelhouse. Like, I find a niche, and I'm like, how can I mutilate that and turn it into something that's fun for me? And people are like, wow, you're amazing! But I'm actually just being a goober, man.
In 1,000 years from now, that, you know, find our modern maps, like a little plastic globes that you can buy in Walmart.
Click and OT,
like,
they have
there's
shit
no
to say,
snow
dude.
anywhere.
They have shit to say. I have to script my shit because I don't know what to say, bro. I'm not skilled in that front.
Except for like
also, fun fact, did you know that you search a name on Google, a girl font on Google, it makes that page into that font? That's cool.
Or whatever. That means there were no winters anywhere else on the world. Currently in 2025. The same logic, man.
Yeah,
it's the same logic.
My North Star
First
has always
they spray
been
this,
making animated
how the weather
series.
works, then they turn these on, the picture of something causing this.
You're a comedy
aluminum, barium, strontium, nanoparticles are receptive, and voila.
That is a bone apple tea right there. I guess they mean voila.
The next Moist Crib video?
And the
oh my god, dude, I'm so happy that one popped off. Okay, I've wanted... Chat, my streaming life has been in 3 stages. First, I started just making TikTok videos, right? As skits. Second, I became kind of like your normal YouTuber. And then third, I'm in my third stage now. I'm in my EX evolution form now. Actually, no, I'm pre-EX evolution form. I'm in my 3rd stage. I'm like the Charizard now, right? I'm back to doing skits, but literally the entire lifespan of me making content, I wanted to make a Moist Critical parody video where I just pretend the entire time I'm Moist Critical, and I have to say that I fucking nailed it because that video was pure gold. It was perfect in every way. It was so good. My Moist Critical impersonation is impressive. Listen to this. Ready? Hey, what's up? It's me. Wait, hold on. I gotta warm up. Yo, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? It's me, Moist Critical. Yeah, just want to talk about a goofy goober today. A lot of stuff going on in the world, and sometimes just like to stop and look at some silly stuff like this. So it's ridiculously good, dude. If I take like a minute to get warmed up, it's fucking perfect. I know, right? It's so good, dude.
Climate change.
It's so good. I know. It's. I want to make a video. It's like if Moist Critical was trans or something, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, what would trans Moist Critical do? Like, hey, what's up? Just want to talk about these goofy goobers on the right wing again. Yeah, we got this red hat guy doing this thing, and it was pretty silly. I don't know. That's kind of like how he talks about things, right? Yeah, hey, gender situation's crazy. The other day, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know what you'd say. So that's what I went with. Anyway, I'm fucking tangent right now. I'm so sorry.
You spent like half a Saturday
I'm so sorry.
making this like shitty little conspiracy meme, and you couldn't
Tell
even
his
spell check
transcript,
voila. Man, this is modern science, baby. Hell yeah.
Meanwhile, in the UK, citizens in England are so sick of having the government.
Moist Critical would be really fucking pretty, though. I have developed an eye. Okay, I have the trans eye. I can trans someone by simply just looking at them in my head. Okay, I'm like, yeah, I'm basically like an AI computer built to trans people, like a filter, right, in my head. And all I'm saying is, let me get a picture of Moist Critical real quick. Look at this. You see that? You see that? His complexion. You see that? That would be a beautiful woman. Okay, that'd be the most gorgeous woman you've ever seen. He has a face built to be hot as fuck as a woman. Is all I'm saying, okay? Alright, that beard's doing a lot of work to not make him look very, very femme. And, yeah, we love that for him. Yeah, I hope that one day he comes out as a beautiful woman. If he doesn't, we still support him. We support him in anything he does, okay? He's a beautiful man.
We all love your Charlie, Moist Critical impression.
Yeah,
and
thank
a full
you.
video of it would go so hard. Peak content.
There actually is already a full video of that.
Son, that many have resorted to creating and installing natural cloud busters. Yes, this is where we're at in 2025.
Yeah, he's already, dude, he's already a very, like, handsome yet pretty man. I don't know, what are we doing, glazing Moist Critical? I don't know, it's kind of weird at this point. I'm gonna move on. Yeah.
My editor is from the UK. Hi. So maybe you can confirm if this is true. So the UK government has reached a point where it controls the weather, and in turn, the UK citizens have individually reached such a technologically advanced level, they're building cloudbusters from little sticks and shit in their backyards. Can you confirm whether or not this is true for the lovely
busters that many?
Okay, meanwhile in the UK, citizens in England are so sick of having the government constantly block out the sun that many have resorted to creating and installing natural cloud busters.
They have resorted to creating and installing natural cloud busters. Yes, this is...
They're building cloud busters from little sticks and in their...
This is the same thing they say in the US. The right wing legitimately believes that the left wing has weather machines. Where were the weather machines in the Colorado fires? You know what I'm saying? Or the California fires? You know, like, it's like, how stupid do you have to be? You know, just because your house is flooding from global warming doesn't mean that Biden is sending a torrential downpour like fucking Zeus. I said porn. I'm gonna move on now.
Backyards. Can you confirm whether or not this is true for
Biden, quit bombarding Texas with porn, you animal!
the lovely viewers at home?
Yes, this is very real.
Okay.
This is my homemade cloud buster.
Wow,
as you can see, the energy gets sent up through here and then busts the clouds.
And you can see it's working!
Right there, as you can...
Look! Yeah, you can see it! Holy shit! It's simple science, people, chat.
See, it's busting the clouds right
Oh my god, yeah, it's crazy! Someone needs to stop him. There's gonna be no clouds left. We still need those for rain, dude.
Thank you. Man, I'm so glad we have feet on the ground to solve these issues.
I would say almost every lib I know has issues now.
Here we go.
Buddies have heart problems in their 40s.
Okay,
Busting makes me feel good.
That was a bit much. You don't bring that into the TTS, okay? That's a bit much.
Their fathers have heart issues out of the blue.
Okay.
Their mothers have advanced stage 5 cancers after surgery to remove whatever it's now spread to XYZ.
Okay.
Stage 5 cancer. The cancer is so serious it doesn't even exist within the normal scaling. Holy tons of people dying in my circle at rapid rate from turbo cancer. Turbo stage 5 cancer. Had someone I know.
Who gave cancer nitrous oxide? It's going too fast.
Another 3 months, turbo style. Then her best friend had the same thing happen to her, turbo style cancer, and died a week later in a different state, also from turbo cancer. All liberals and vaxxers. Uncle.
Yeah, no, yeah. You think cancer maxes at stage 4, but stage 5, you've never heard of turbo cancer, have you? Yeah, it's the one that the libs don't want you to know about.
Crashed his car and died after going into cardiac arrest.
Okay.
Cancer has 4 stages. Just saying.
Okay.
No. It's stage 5, turbo cancer. This reminds me of that infamous Facebook post from a couple of years ago.
Okay, so what is he trying to say? Like, so liberals have cancer and like all these like heart problems because they voted for a different person? Okay. You know what we don't have? Piss in our eyes and cancer. Okay? Alright, so what I'm trying to say is putting urine in your eyes won't stop the cancer from getting you. It'll just make you stupid. It'll make you blind. And cancer.
It's almost like,
we don't? No, not yet. Hopefully not.
Daughter died after getting a vaccine. And it's almost like Susan. She died in a car crash. It's like, she technically died after the vaccine, you know? But, you know, correlation isn't really causation in many instances.
Okay, so what if... Oh, I'm sorry. I lose so much brain cells with this shit. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it. They're everywhere. What if we took all the parents that didn't believe in vaccines and we put them on an island for 2 generations and we just let nature do its thing? You know? They'll figure it out. They have answers. They have urine, okay? They have so much urine that they could use to fight these diseases. Just let them do that. Yeah, just let them do. Look, if you want to live your life not believing in vaccines, not believing in science, not believing in math, go out into the fucking woods and live there. Okay? Yeah, Bear Grylls style. We'll even allocate you Texas, okay? Everybody in Texas that's chill moves out. We send them all to Texas, and we just kind of like barricade it, and we just let nature do its thing, and we see how they figure it out. And then when they're like, hey, maybe can I have a scientific cure for this? We'll be like, I don't see no urine in your eyes. You haven't even tried yet, have you?
What if low vitamin
we
K
play
at
as
birth
vets?
is
Oh my god, it'll be like the fucking Hunger Games. Yeah, Florida too. We can just, dude, we can literally just get it like what is it, a jackhammer? And we can just, you know, and then push Florida out into the ocean. And we just send everyone to Florida, and we let them figure out the Black Plague without, was that what it's called? I think it was like a Black Plague. We let them figure that out without science. Yeah, they'll be fine. Don't worry about it. They know more than us. They know more than us, dude. Yeah, Florida Man can figure it out. They have Florida Man.
Part of nature's intelligent design.
The
Do
bubonic
newborn
plague. Okay,
babies
that's the one.
really need vitamin K shots? Question everything.
Early vaccines erase memory.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we don't remember anything before the age of like 3 or whatever. It's totally not just because you were a little blobbering slime ball and, you know, your permanent memories don't really set in the same way.
You know what's funny? As I was saying that, well, no, we have to bring the good beans out of Florida. There's still good beans in Florida. We bring them out. We let everybody go there. It's kind of like a transfusion, you know? We're transfusioning the stupid people, and out come the smart people and the good people. And I was thinking for a second, is this against TOS? Is is it against TOS to send everybody to an island to live without vaccines and medication? I was like, maybe that's against TOS because it can be like violence or like, I don't know, like, you know, genocide or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like something crazy like that. But then I realized it can't be against TOS because you're literally giving them, no, it's not, because you're literally, all you're saying is give them a domain in which they can live by their own ideology, and we'll just see what happens, okay? If there's implications behind that, I'm not saying I want them to be hurt or die. I'm not saying that, okay? And genuinely, I don't believe that. But what I am saying is if they want to live by their own doctrine, let them do that. And we'll see what happens for 3 generations. You know what I'm saying? It's not against TOS. It can't be. It's literally giving them what they want.
That young of an age, it's the vaccines. It's the vaccines, man. Ah, yes, indeed. Yeah. Nature's intelligent design. You know, the same nature that randomly gives us tumors and shit, you know, that we have developed medicine to fix.
Just
you
give
know,
them a few decades to test their theories out. They seem to be on some really smart stuff. Let them do their thing, exactly.
Like disease
100%.
or whatever. Maybe nature isn't like a super benevolent force. Maybe it's just like a little bit of a random little mismashy hoopy doodle, and sometimes we can use our brains to like not make it so hipsky gopsky, you know? It's kind of a cool thing.
If nature really gave us legs, why the fuck do we have cars?
I messaged him this earlier
Checkmate,
today.
atheist.
If the Earth is flat, why don't we see sunlight 24 hours a day? The same reason why this light bulb can't illuminate the entire wall. The light is small and localized.
You can still see the light bulb.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, because the thing is that what you see of the wall is like the reflected light, obviously. And the light bulb doesn't have enough kapow to like reflect a noticeable amount of light. But you would notice more if you like cover that part that was the brightest, because then, you know, your eyeballs would like expand a bit and you would be able to capture more of the light that is outside of that region. But you still have the direct light that comes straight into your face, which is why you can see the light bulb even
if we were to go off this logic, okay? Let me pull up Microsoft Paint real quick here. We're gonna do some math, okay? Alright. Alright, love your YouTube content, thank you. So if, by theory, let's pretend for a second that the Earth is flat, okay? This is the Earth. It's a good being, alright? It's a smart little creature. It does its best, just doing Earth things. Can we get a W in chat for Earth? What a beautiful little being. Wow. Hold up. We need that circle to be smaller, or bigger, I mean. Here you go. Alright, and I'm gonna put some green in there. Boom. Earth. Alright? And now we need a sun. Okay? So we got this sun here. So if the sun was close, alright, like this, and there was a cloud right here, this is actually looking like really good, and there's this cloud right here. This cloud would have a shadow that would essentially be this, okay? Alright? And the last time I looked out and saw like an individual cloud shadow, it was not like that. It wasn't like that. You know what it was like? It was like this. You know, you can actually see the perimeter of a shadow from a cloud sometimes, right? So therefore the sun probably isn't right there. It's actually probably way the fuck back here. You know what I'm saying? It's probably like, and probably yes, you go. It's at least 1 kilometer further from the sun. It's at least 20 meters away from the Earth than where your diagram shows. Yeah, see, it's at least right here. Yeah, it's at least like 20 kilometers away. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, therefore, Earth not flat, Earth circle. Yeah, there you go. See, look at that. You want to beat them with common sense? Give them common sense and show them that they're stupid. Man, they can't even people can't even comprehend common sense. That's their own problem, dude. Like, come on, dude. Common sense logic, common sense answers, bro.
And even if it's not strong enough to create like reflective light in the entire surrounding, depending on how big it is. I mean,
American. It's probably at least 20 American measurements away.
Technically is, you know, it's bouncing lights from places. It just depends on how sensitive your eyes are. But yeah, no, this is very silly because they kind of like disprove their whole thing
Like, why don't we see the sunlight? But here in my experiment, we do literally see it. Man, this is great.
Boom! Yeah. Gotcha! 85 miles per hour winds. Look at this chaos. But here's Earth spinning 1,040 miles per hour, and I can stand on a rope. What the frick? Explain that, scientist.
Also, this from @space is fake. I always wonder why people like this don't do the very, very simple and accessible experiments that would kind of like disprove this sort of logic. For example, if you're going on a train and you have a little thing that you toss up and down like this, and you'll find that it comes right down into your hand. It doesn't go like flying somewhere.
Which blew my mind as a kid. That shit blew my mind as a kid. I'm not even gonna lie.
The moment it leaves your hand, it has the same speed as you and the train.
Yeah.
And also the air inside the train is also moving in the same speed, so there's no like air resistance drastically slowing it down, right? Meaning that it's gonna come down in the same place. What you feel when stuff is moving and that kind of stuff is either, for example, if you're doing it outdoors, so the air outside of the car or whatever is like standing still, so you have enough air resistance where the thing flies back, or, you know, you have acceleration. That is what you feel. People always seem to mix up acceleration with speed.
That's what Big Train wants you to think, though.
You feel is not speed, it's acceleration. If you're sitting in the back of a car that's moving fast, but it has been moving fast for a while, you don't feel anything. You just feel like you're sitting still, right? But if the car is drastically slowing down or speeding up, then you feel it. Because acceleration is force. That's the thing, okay?
That's fair.
So, you know, they're just mixing up speed with acceleration. And because the Earth isn't, like, accelerating one way or another, it's just, like, kind of a constant speed and constant spin, you know, also the atmosphere is also spinning with the Earth.
This is, like, probably the best fucking answer, and it's far above me.
Feel the speed. Because
he's smart as fuck.
constant.
Yeah, he's smart as
Same thing
fuck.
as when if you were to sit on a train, you know, you don't feel the speed. From my
It's two very different, like, styles of content. Like, when I do r/ videos, like, Click is giving you, like, science and data, and I'm giving you, like, stupid person funny. That's funny, dude. A stupid person kind of silly to watch from afar, you know? And then Click's like, here's the science and data as to why they're stupid as fuck.
No.
You're really smart too. I mean, I'm well spoken, and I'm well enough educated in some categories to seem smart to people, but my content's nothing more than just being a silly clown with over budget ship hosts. Every video I make is a very high budget ship host, and I love that.
The moon can be split in two parts by missiles to create similar moons to Mars.
Great at debating.
The result, the Earth will become the new Mars, allowing Venus to become the new Earth, and Mercury will become the new moon.
Oh my god, okay. Bro, I'm so devastated. So I'm working on a budget rehaul because the outfit for budget is just so. One second, let me get this one. Let me get the microphone closer. One sec. I know I have to like yell. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the budget microphone or the budget outfit is so low quality that I'm like, dude, I'm so done with it. Like, I really want a new one. So my pipeline for the designs at this point, it goes to a concept artist
thanks for the
and then a modeler, right?
Over budget.
And it's gonna be a month for the concept artist because they're busy, which is understandable. No shade there. And then it'll be about 2 or 3 months for the budget outfit. And the entire time I'm gonna be going slowly crazy. Slowly fucking crazy, dude. It's bothering me so much. Yeah, there's so much issues with budget's outfit. But I'm also taking basically because budget is obviously heavily inspired off of the original character Brisket. Everyone knows who Brisket is from GGST because Bucket's a very good bean. But budget's kind of become their own thing in my little universe. So I'm taking I'm taking the flavors of Budget's outfit and reimagining them entirely, which I did originally. Like Budget is not anywhere close to a 1-to-1 from the original like Bridget. You know, they don't even like they have the same hair and that's basically it. And I'm kind of taking them even further away to like kind of like make them their own thing. Thanks for the tier 1, yo. Thank you. Budget's literally the sweetest girl. I know, right? It's like it's tough because as a writer, I've fallen in love with Budget as a character just as much as I have with myself being Yuko and then Aziki, right? Like, when you're a writer and you have these attachments to characters, it's really hard to just to get rid of them. So I don't want to get rid of Budget and replace Budget with a character that isn't like, you know, an obvious inspiration from another character. So I'm just going to take them even further away from the original Bridget. Where is YouTube chat on screen? The integrations for YouTube is just too jank, so I just got rid of it. It's like a minute delay for the YouTube messages to come through. So anyway, yeah. And I'm thinking eventually if I distinguish budget enough from the original character, eventually I'll do a poll. Like let's say 2 years down the road, the bathtub estrogen universe is like really fleshed out, and like there's a plushie for Aziki and a plushie for Yuko. I would essentially do a poll on YouTube to be like, hey, like budget is their own thing, but clearly very inspired by origin from Bridget.
Thanks for the follow.
Do you want to see a plushie for budget as their own thing? And then if it gets like 90% yes, then I'll be like, okay, that kind of justifies it. If it doesn't get anything of over 90%, I'll say no, because I'm very like it's kind of hard going and making your own story with a character that's so obviously heavily inspired from someone else, right? Because when you write a story, you want it to be original characters, obviously, right? Otherwise, it's unless it's a parody. So it's a weird situation, because I really like Budget as they are, and I don't even look at the character Budget as Bridget anymore. It's tough. It's tough. Tony plush, we actually need a Tony plush. But at the moment, yeah, I'm not going to do like any merch or anything for Budget, because like obviously that'd be morally incomprehensible, you know? Yeah, it's all inspired from one or many places, true.
Well, it is amazing that this video of the moon being hit by a missile came with new pictures from NASA, showing the surface of Mars with all sorts of man-made objects. If we nuke the moon, Venus will be transformed into Earth? What?
Yuko finally stops acting like she owns the copyrights to every trans character because she's trans. Excuse you, wait a second, you can't just call me out like that. I've always been very honest about the Budget character, but yeah, okay, you called me out, okay. Okay. If anything, I own Aziki in myself, and that's good enough. Aziki plush wear? Bro, I still need to get this cup and shirt.
Is alive. Its living cells, when it's injected into you, it swims and swims until it crashes headlong into a wall. Then it attaches and burrows into your flesh. Wow, okay, I don't think it does that. If it's in your mouth, it swims and climbs into your nasal passages, inner ear and behind your eyes. This is a text written by like some Puritan fear-mongering, isn't it? Then it digs in. It enters your bloodstream and collects in your brain and spine. Oh, yes, indeed, you have sploosh brain. Like something out of a sci-fi movie. It becomes a part of you and you can't get rid of it. We are only now beginning to understand the full power and ramifications of naughty intercourse. Splooshies is swimming around in your eyeballs. Know that guy from Tinder you hooked up with the night you met him? He lives inside of you now. Forever.
Oh, no,
Casual art is just a scoosh tag. Stop. Oh, is it this old theory? It's that old theory that, like, DNA remains in you forever if you have, like, casual bloopies, you know, or whatever. This is insane, and it's not real. It's still being spread. You have a new wave of this stuff coming every, like, couple of years or so. It's astounding at this point. Is this a coincidence? Barium, aluminum, the two metals can...
So if you do enough funny stuff, you know, you can basically become, like, the Omnitron Power Ranger when they all come together, you know, and become like a super being. That's actually kind of metal, dude.
Consistently discovered in chemtrails. If you believe it's all a coincidence, you still don't understand. Black magic. That's why plane tickets are so expensive. They have to fit all the black magic on board.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It all makes sense now. I can sort of get behind that. Just a reminder.
Next Dragon Ball Z villain. I've had anal with everyone in the universe, and therefore I have absorbed their power. You cannot defeat me, Goku.
They're contrails versus chemtrails.
I've absorbed all their life force.
It's not hard. Water evaporates, chemtrails don't. These aren't contrails. These aren't contrails. These aren't contrails.
Yeah.
But, dear Facebook, water is also a chemical.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean what you think it means. Parasite cleanse or detox? Tell me all I need to know. My 7-year-old complains multiple times daily of belly pain. What do you mean parasite cleanse detox? Do you mean getting rid of parasites with the detox? Or do you mean that you're detoxing with parasites? Okay. Both are pretty bad. One is arguably worse, but you should still take him to the hospital if they have parasites. But there is zero explanation for it apart from the parasites. Thinking this needs to be our next step. accuse Earth. Dear God, these groups, man. These, oh my God. I'm still so confused if they are trying to detox using a parasite, or if they are trying to detox to get rid of a parasite. Both are unhinged. Eating your waste is good.
I got $100 on this person that posted this, voted for Trump. All I'm saying, dude. It's like, it's fucking irrefutable. The amount of people that speak this type of rhetoric leaning to the right wing. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's a parasite detox, so it's fucking tapeworms, I imagine. It's disgusting. Eating your waste is good for you, helps in all things like flu, and helps with digestion. Okay. Alright, let's see where this person's going.
Good for you. It helps in all things like flu and helps with digestion. Oh, yes, indeed. You remember that lady that was dripping piss into her eyeballs?
Yeah.
It's because she had the flu. Do you have a little bit of a coughy sneezy? Have you tried eating your own shit?
I'm saying voted for Trump as a analogy for right wing in general, and not like the right wing people that still have brains. I'm talking basically like extremist right wing, like MAGA.
Well, maybe it works. Why haven't you tried it yet? Maybe
today, chat. Can we mark today as the first day that I realized that there's and if you're still here, by the way, I'm not calling you out in a negative way. I'm actually very flattered that there are like center right people in my streams.
Thanks for the
That's
follow,
fucking crazy. I don't know why. I shoot a lot of shade, but usually I'm very... Well, I actually have people that are right-wing that watch my streams, apparently. A few of them. And not even, like, hate watchers. That's crazy, dude. It's MAGA that's the issue, but, like, I'm not going to placate. I'm not going to stop streaming to that. Why do you think that? Literally, they told me earlier. Yeah, it's weird. It's very rare. I don't imagine it's more than like 2 or 3 people. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna start placating to like, you know, lessen my values to like cater to an audience that isn't us. But I mean, I guess if anything it shows. If anything it shows there's still, if anything, okay, it shows that there's still right-wing leaning individuals that aren't completely lobotomized. I'm not gonna grift. I'm saying that explicitly. They just came out and said it today. I'm a leftist and I came here because I saw your videos and I saw you were streaming. The audience is very large for a trans channel. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, look, it's like I'm not saying I'm gonna start placating or grifting. What I'm saying is it shows that there's some people with brain cells out there still. How am I just realizing that Yuko's model is trans colors? You know what? Actually unintentional. Yeah, it's actually unintentional. You might be a little bit conservative. I mean, look, it just surprised me. I never would have dreamt that I would come to a stream and people unironically watching me for entertainment that are right wing. That surprised me. Yeah. Interesting. My mom has a friend who's right centrist, and my dad's right centrist. My dad fucking hates Trump and MAGA, but he's a conservative / right person. You go alpha female arc. It's time to start grifting, chat. If you want to be an alpha female, you just need to start eating your own shit and rinsing your eyes with pee. And you know what? People would do it, man. Oh, it's so stupid. Your dad is a true Republican. My dad's a true Republican, yeah. I guess is what you could call it, yeah. My Sigma arc. Yeah. I'm gonna be extreme with fucking massive biceps, dude. Look, if you just eat liver all the time.
Stop trusting Fossey and trust our ancestors who did this for thousands of years, which is how old the Earth is. They didn't do this has to be satire. Yes, indeed. As our glory.
He's gonna be so mad when he finds out that they actually used to dispose of human. Actually, did you know? No, MAGA is a fungus that has infiltrated a political movement, and they're basically no more than, what was it? Jock itch. They're just jock itch. Okay, alright, hear me out. Okay, hear me out. I gotta refresh.
Thousands of years, which is how old the Earth is.
Hold up.
This has to be satire.
Did you know, okay, that in the medieval era, first of all, they didn't eat shit. Second of all, even human waste in the medieval era was a commodity. That wasn't wasted. Nothing was wasted back then. The steam from when you cook wasn't wasted. They used everything. Human waste was largely used as a fertilizer, and there was legitimately a job that was to collect it and distribute it. Yeah, it was actually a job.
Yes, indeed. As our glorious history tells us, disease didn't exist.
The steam from, like, if you're boiling something, the steam from water can be used to steam vegetables. Yeah, nothing was wasted.
Back in the day, because of our beautiful, healthy habit of eating our own shit.
Guess the disease.
Honestly, that's more of, I heard that. I don't have hard facts about the steam thing. I would guarantee you it's real. I put money on that. But the human waste thing is 100% real. Thanks to Muckfarmer, yeah. Thanks to 10 memberships, PXI. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Arigato. Not to mention urine being useful for its chemical. I have no idea about that. I don't know about that one. I heard about the waste though as fertilizer. Pee was used to clean clothing. Oh, it's so gross, dude. People must have smelled so bad back then. Oh no, dude. Wait, dude, there was a fucking guy. Dude, oh my god, that was another right-wing grifter I saw. It was an alpha male. Yeah, thanks. I said thanks to 10 memberships. There was an alpha male that was using urine as a fucking cleanser. He was like taking a shower, and he was throwing urine on himself. What? Yeah, I don't know who it was, but it was a while. It was like 6 months ago. Yeah, go put your fire out. Oh, man, it's crazy.
Severe pain, out of proportion, tense, swollen limb.
It's funny to think that people from the medieval era would probably come to this day and age, and they would see technological wonders, okay? If you came to 2025, and you were just like zipped here from like the year 200 when you're still like beating people down with big old metal swords and sticks and stuff, and you saw the technology, you'd think everyone's a fucking genius. And then you'd see people rinsing their eyeballs with piss, and you'd be like, what?
Hey, thanks for the follow, person.
How did we go back that far, man? What? Are you kidding me, dude?
What is that limb? Either he has 3 legs or he grew a foot on his penis. Paresthesia, numbness, pain.
Oh. Oh. Should we censor that?
Yeah, you would probably feel numbness if you had a foot on your penis. Pulselessness. Late sign. I love AI-generated medical guides. That always adds extra limb in very sussy places. Is this what they mean when they talk about having a third leg? I guess this is a pretty good representation.
I didn't even notice that until someone pointed it out. This is a religion.
This is a religion. Now,
Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus. Uranus, dude. Is that big, bro? Damn. Gifted, bro. Wow. That's... Chad, you gifted. And Neptune, okay.
NASA's Parker Solar Probe is the first to ever successfully record. It's a religion. It's a religion. My Discord server told me so.
Cancers caused by parasites. It's not a conspiracy.
Pluto? You don't believe in Pluto? It's not real? Wait, what if I told you Pluto was a transformer coming to conquer Earth?
Thanks for the follow,
that had a really bad sneeze fit. And all the sneezes of the transformer coming to Earth froze as they went into the atmosphere around it. And basically he kept sneezing until there was a small body of ice surrounding the transformer. And in Pluto is a transformer frozen in their own sneezes. That's what Pluto is, Chet.
It's on the research. Ivermectin. Oh, great.
Yeah.
This is a you.
Apparently, dude, Decepticons unintentionally are the good guys in the Bay universe. Yeah, the Decepticons are trying to kill a universe devouring entity, and the Autobots were like a fascist organization. There was a video breaking it down. It was really fucking cool. It was actually a really cool video. They're very much not the good guys. If you watch the video, you know, yeah, maybe they did a little bit of killing here and there, but it was the humans that shot first. Yeah, no, watch it. You gotta watch. There's an entire video on it. An entire hour-and-a-half video or something like that like breaks it all down. And I walked away, you know, not necessarily being a Decepticon fan, but at the same time, it's cool.
YouTube ad. Jesus Christ, man. So this is also in YouTube ads now? Yeah, I suppose the ads are just getting more and more
I should start a podcast? No, no one will listen to that.
wacky by the day, aren't they?
That'd be crazy.
That's nice.
My streams are basically a podcast. Thanks to you, too. Appreciate your tangents, leaving my woods shack. Cool, nice. Thanks to the two. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like them.
I mean, ivermectin is an ad.
I gotta remember to like start saving my VODs more often, dude. I can't. My streams are automatically truncated just in case there's DMCA, and then like I manually have to make them public, and I keep forgetting to do that. But I'll remember today if so, because like I know some people watch the VODs for like background sound at work, and I want to keep that as an option. You listen to a Yuko podcast, just come to the streams, man. My streams are basically podcasts. I don't really play games. I just like yapping, you know? If I had a podcast, what would we have to talk about in my streams? You know, would we have fun? Play video games? You know? Enjoy ourselves? Oh my god, dude. That'd be terrible. I'd hate that.
Anti-parasite.
That'd be fucking awful, man. People would start watching my streams. I don't want that.
Thing. But what the heck does this have to do with cancer? This just sounds like, you know, the next essential oil kind of stuff. When did it go from being like, you know, an anti-parasite thing to kind of like a COVID conspiracy?
I want to just, but like I don't want to play games right now. I don't know. I'm kind of like, honestly, actually, yeah. I'd stream. I'd call up with OT in a stream. But what game would we play? What game would we play, actually? I don't want to do Lethal Company again. I'm kind of bored of that one. There is like a Lethal Company-ish style game. Building your own spaceship. I might have to reach out to that bad boy. Repo? Oh, yes! Yes, yes, stream collab. Repo? Yes. Basically, the Plus Ring was something I imagine I'd hear on a far out podcast is all. Look, if I had a podcast, okay, I've wanted to make like a pseudo IP, become like a right-wing grifter, and just start giving people the stupidest takes and see how far I can go. Like if I could make a podcast and I could just say shit like, look, the Biden family rigged the election so Trump could win, and get people to vote against, like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. Dude, I guarantee you, okay, where am I going? Hold up here. Hold up. Okay, yeah, you could, yeah, they're putting chemicals in the water that turn the freaking frogs straight. Yeah, dude. Yeah, see, stuff like that. They're putting chemicals into the water that make the frogs straight, and then people will be like, we need our gay frogs back. Just start spitting some crazy, stupid conspiracy theories and win votes for the left. Yeah.
Like a cure-all for everything. This is.
You pay so much for a Yuko movie. I do want to make a movie or a short series eventually. Over the course of the last year and a half, I've been kind of working towards that vision, that goal, and I'm getting ever so closer. The only problem now with just making a series or a movie is like, if I were to do that, the amount of time I would have to spend would basically take away from making content, and that would destroy my channel. YouTube's a slave driver, man. It's crazy. You got to keep making content. You can't take breaks, dude, when you're at my size. So I just literally can't. And if I were to make a series or like another episode, people don't really watch them. So every time I do, it has to be because it's a passion project. Because like people on YouTube, generally speaking, aren't interested in the fictional stories.
Such a weird ad, man. Well, yeah, laddies, lasses, and lassos.
That's 3 hours. 39 minutes, 3 hour stream chat. Can we get a W? Can we get a W? Oh yeah, some of my dramatic fiction could absolutely have like 4 or 5 more episodes. 100%. 100%. There's so much story to tell for each of the characters I've made. It's just I'm literally a one-person team. Some people think that I have like multiple animators and like mocap artists and stuff, but I'm actually a one-person team. So outside of voice actors, it's very limited. And the problem is even if I had like the money to be like, hey, I'm gonna hire some animators, my workflow at this point doesn't really allow for that. I don't know. It's tough. Any updates on the Ember? I've answered that like 2 or 3 times now. It's taking a bit. Yeah, I've answered that like 2 or 3 times. I messaged them today though. Yeah, thanks for the 10, Moonlight. Thank you. Vikings, after getting the Roman recipe on how to make their swords better, using blood and calcium to fuse the metal, and the Vikings then called it blood magic because they didn't know why it worked. That's so fucking cool. Yo, so the calcium and iron of the calcium and iron of blood made swords stronger. That's sick. That's super impressive for one person. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely like it's how do you call it? It's a catch-22. I can make really cool shit as an individual in a short period of time, but my workflow doesn't allow for people to really join in because of how much I've streamlined it. Vikings blood magic is cool. Also, it takes about 30 people's blood to make a sword. That's so fucking sick. Also, hi, OT. And with that, I'm gone. Okay, see you later. Nice. Thanks for being here. We should do a repo stream collab. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah, we're talking about that earlier. That'd be sweet. Nashi also does the editing. Yeah, I also do the. Well, sometimes I have an editor. Sometimes I'll have an editor do like the memes, but all the animated stuff is 100% me. They added carbon by accident, making it a higher quality. So that's so cool. Yeah, see you later. He's already gone. All right, bet. They did their own experiments. That's insane, man. That's so fucking cool. Man, Vikings are metal. Vikings are scary people, but like in hindsight, they're just so metal, dude. Have you ever actually heard Viking metal? It's fucking gnarly, dude. There's some really good Viking metal out there. Romans had 3 ways of making steel, I think. Honestly, the idea, the simplicity of those times have always fascinated me. Like, there's something just interesting about a civilization taking a rock and melting something out of it, putting it on a fire and bringing something out of it to make something. You know, that's gonna be fucking gratifying, you know? Like, to make a sword by hand without machinery, without the magics of science, with the blood of your enemies would be so fucking satisfying, dude. Like, straight from the Bronze Age. I think what really sold me on it was, as a kid, obviously you learn about the Roman Empire and stuff, and that shit's just fucking cool. But then, like, RuneScape, man. RuneScape smithing basically formed me as a person. As a kid, I literally yearned for the mines.
Thanks for the follow.
I was in the mines 24/7. I was getting the ores. I was building the weapons. And it was cool to me that I could build a kit and just go up to like a level 2 and be like, I am your god now. Here's an entire set of steel. Yes. And they'd be like, wow, thank you so much. And I'd be like, just, oh yes, wow. Little 9-year-old me flexing my biceps and shit. Oh man, it's just so cool, man. Yeah, you know, you go get the fucking ore, and then you take a hammer and you just make a sword. It's so cool. Ember, I've answered that like 5 times. Please stop asking me. I love that you're excited, but I answered it 5 times. Sorry, out my ears. As a blacksmith, gotta say it's awesome since I do a lot of old school forging, but also tiring when it gets 90 degrees. I imagine that it gets tiring, dude. Being a blacksmith would be cool as fuck, but the amount of cardio you need for that's crazy, dude. Just bellowing a summon bitch all day, and then hitting it with the, oh my god, dude. And that heat, dude. The only reason why we kicked off the Copper Age was because we could make jewelry from it. Really? Wow. A stream I would like to see you do is World of Darkness Chronicle. I don't really play games anymore. I'm like kind of bored of gaming streams. Streaming games. I don't know. It doesn't like, I think the last game, the real swan song for my gaming streaming arc was Elden Ring, dude. You just can't, like, Elden Ring was so fucking good. I think it was the first game that was full length that I actually beat on stream.
Follow, person.
And then Oh man, it was just Elden Ring is just so fucking peak. But yeah, I don't really play games. I actually don't really play games off stream either. Like I like my stream is kind of like my social avenue. Neo 3, yeah, games just don't really interest me, honestly. I'm not really interested in them. Yeah. Elden Ring peak. It was so good, dude. Elden Ring was such a fun game to stream. It really, really, really was. Personally, I could be a weapon. I would be a scythe. I don't know what it'd be. I'd be a big old military tank. There you go. Play Until Dawn, it's basically a movie. I did play that one, yeah. It was fun. I used to play games a decent amount. There was like a point in my life. Okay, alright. I'm about to hit you in the fucking feels, chat. Cat Smiley in the chat, if you went through a period in your life where you would buy Steam games and not play them. You would just buy it looking for like some form of escape, gratification, and then you'd realize it wasn't what you expected, that gaming has become boring, that you've grown as a person, that all you're trying to do is recapture the memories and the feeling of being a kid when you didn't have to worry about anything and all you worried about was how much big number you go burr. And you get the game and you're like, I don't really care anymore, I have all these taxes and I have these fucking problems and I'm like, I'm an adult now and this so like, where is it going? Like, well, I'm playing a game, but what for what? Like, where does it get me? And that's what you start thinking of because now you're a fucking adult and like, life sucks. Yeah, I was there too. I have like a $1,000 Steam account, bro, and I deleted that one. You have 513 games? Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm saying. I was like there too. My old account I lost, but yeah, that's that. I don't play games anymore. I buy games to stare at, realize I'm depressed, and then reevaluate my life. Other than okay, World of Warcraft, I actually like the progression in World of Warcraft. I get bored pretty quick in World of Warcraft. Now, but hardcore is pretty fun. I've stopped playing games alone. Yeah, that's exactly it. I found the fucking hack. You wanna buy a game? Chat, this is actually, I found out how to do it. My leg is like twisted. Hold up here. There we go. Hold up. Let me just, okay, chat, I found out the fucking sauce, okay? Who here wants to know how to actually enjoy playing a game again? Who here?
Hey, thanks for the follow, person.
What you do, it's actually way more simple than you might imagine. Okay? You need to isolate yourself from the world. I mean, like, turn off your phone. If you're on a computer and you can disconnect from the internet, disconnect from the internet. Alright? Close the Discord. Close any avenue for anyone to contact you, and then just download a game that you enjoy playing fundamentally. For me, the game I like to play is usually survival horror, because survival horror makes you have to decide what you're doing at all times. You're constantly thinking about your next action. You're constantly tense. There's always this feeling of like just tension, right? And that really immerses you into it. So yeah, literally just cut yourself off from all internet, find a game that you're passionate about, a game format that you're passionate about, and make sure it's a game you haven't played before. Like, if you like Resident Evil, download, I think it's Solaris. Or Signalis. Download Signalis, you know? If you like Call of Duty, download another game that has shooting in it, that has like a campaign. Yeah. I did touch grass. Yeah. I did that, and the last game that I played doing that was Signalis, and I enjoyed the fuck out of it, dude. When I was like heavily in debt, I had a Super Nintendo Classic, you know, and I played Castlevania on that, and I loved it. It was so good. Yeah, guess I'm trying Earthbound? Yes! Yes! Yes, do it! You're playing Signalis now? It's spoopy? It is. Gears of War is perfect for people like COD but are bored of the series. Yeah, try something fresh. Would that be Dead Space? I tried Dead Space multiple times, and Dead Space for me is nearly a good game. Like, it's a good game, but it's not a game I can get into, and the reason for that is if a survival horror game has RNG drops, I can't get into it. In my games, I need the possibility of being brick walled. Because I'm a masochist. As a kid, I played the original Resident Evil a bunch of times. My dad came home at one point. He brought a Sega Saturn home, I think it was. It's like, the Xbox 360 was already the big thing. And I was playing like a 2-generation old console because it had Resident Evil on it. And oh my god, the amount of times I would have to restart because I sucked at the game was infuriating at the time, but it made me really realize how gratifying it is to overcome that challenge by strategizing. So in Resident Evil, if you don't manage your resources, your health, if you don't meticulously plan each avenue that you want to take, each hallway that you want to clear out, you will eventually be fucked over. That's why people from my generation had like 70 different save files. Like I didn't do that when I first started playing it, but I'd have like one I'd save over and over again, and then I have to start over again, right? But we'd have like 70 different save files because if you fucked up at this point, you could come back to this point and not fuck up. But the fun part is really just the planning. RE1 and RE2, RE1.
Hi, how are you?
And then yeah, you still did that? So like if you played all you have to do to know if someone played Resident Evil as a kid or a survival horror that was actually good. Not that Dead Space isn't, but it's a survival horror that thanks to their Prime, yo. A survival horror that was punishing is look at their inventory at the end of a game. If they have hoarded every single possible fucking resource and haven't even used it at the last boss, they have played some punishing games in their lifetime. Yeah, if you beat a game doing that recently, you're probably like, oh shit, that's me too, dude. Literally twinsies right now, bro. Yeah, Dead Space is so good though, it hits the feels. Dead Space is a good game. I think I kind of ruined it because I did watch my brother beat it. So the entire story was ruined for me. And then also, I got used to the Resident Evil. When you play survival horror, I think there's really two different types of survival horror games that people latch onto. Either the one that's really punishing, like I was talking about, or one that's a bit more combat oriented, that has like the randomized drops. And Dead Space is combat oriented, but as a gamer, I like strategy. I like making decisions and being punished for making the wrong one. Like, that's what I get off on. I don't really get off on shooting accurately. I really like strategy. And Resident Evil 1 on Sega Saturn was literally just strategy. Like, to aim, you just had to kind of aim in their general direction. It wasn't the aiming that was difficult. It was the do you use the bullet or not that was difficult. Dead Space is not scary. My bro and I were way too confident we were cracking jokes. Yeah, I can't really speak on its spookiness. I haven't played enough to really say that. That's just me in Terraria. That's fair. Punishing games. Yeah, I played Fear and Hunger. Never heard of it before. Oh man, you should. You would love Detroit Become Human. Great game. Oh, that's like that's kind of like Life is Strange, where you make decisions, right? Empires of the Undergrowth is my favorite strategy game, but it's all ants. Oh, dude, I used to love. My old stepdad had what was it? Warcraft. What was it? The Ice Crown or Warcraft? Fuck, Frozen Throne. I think I can't remember what it's called. It was fucking. It's an old as shit game. And when I moved, I took that thing with me.
How are you?
I don't even know why. I didn't even consider that I was stealing from my stepdad, but my mom and him broke up, and I just took it with me because I played it all the time, and I was like, well, this is clearly my game. You know, I'm the one that plays it. He was so mad. Yeah, Frozen Throne. Yeah, Warcraft 3 was freaking awesome, man. Oh man, I wish RTS got more love these days. You would love Space Marine 2 and maybe Hearts of Iron 4 if you like history. I don't know.
Hey, thanks for the follow, person.
Thanks, Crash Show. I appreciate that. Thank you. Space Marine 2. Wait, is that... Oh, dude, actually, wait. That's the one that came out recently, right? Is that game kind of like a resource management? I love games like that. I absolutely love games like that. Dun, dun, dun. Thanks for making me feel old. I remember growing up playing Warcraft 2. Yeah, you're my pleasure. Oh, man, that's good. Yes, I did come out not that long ago. Congrats. We do not speak of Metro Exodus. What a disappointment. Oh, Red Alert 2. You know what's funny? Is, Wolfenstein came out. Like the new one. And people were saying it was woke now. Isn't Wolfenstein the game where you shoot Nazis? I feel like people should really look in the mirror sometimes. Yeah, you know, how can you say it's woke while... Well, Ashley, you gotta understand that I'm quoting like MAGA people. The people that say Nazis are bad but say Wolfenstein's woke. It's kind of weird, man. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying that MAGA is Nazis because that would be hate speech. What I am saying is they say Wolfenstein's woke, and it's kind of weird.
Thanks for the follow.
It's kind of weird. Wolfenstein will always be woke because you're shooting... Okay, Inglourious Bastards is such a gratifying show to watch in 2025. Oh my god, dude. If you've seen it before, rewatch it. If you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. You gotta see it. You gotta see it, dude. It's a woke movie. I know, it's so good. It's so good. Woke means... Okay, woke, there's no real definition for woke outside of someone that's basically... The only reflection that I can garnish from woke when people are saying woke is someone that disagrees with the loss of human rights. That's essentially, if you believe in progressing human rights for all demographics, then you're woke. That's essentially the definition that they're too afraid to say. Did I say garnish? I use garnish wrong all the time. Yeah, 100%. I don't know why I've turned garnish into a word that it isn't. It's the little clover on your dish. Some kind of people who are angry that Rage Against the Machine is woke now. That's exactly it, dude. That's 100%. It's crazy. Just being socially aware, yeah. It's woke not to call someone a mean name now. Man. Since the 1930s, for the awareness of racial prejudice and discrimination, I have heard that before, Kanto. But the problem with woke's current usage is it's operating under a completely different definition, and that's by design. From people that are bad beans, little bad beans out there. If you complain about Rage Against the Machine being woke, you've listened to them on mute. Yeah, 100%. I mean, you got people saying that billionaires should get more tax cuts. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Like, what, you know? Oh, am I? Hold up here. Hold up. Let me just, hold up. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I just fell. Yeah, woke is anything the far right doesn't like, I agree. Hold up here. Okay. I'm just waiting, dude. I'm waiting for the day that one of the, one sec here. Eat the rich. Real. Hold up. I'm plotting. Yeah, I'm plotting. What should we watch next, Chad? I generally thought Rat M were very conservative boys. There we go. Yep. You guys should watch The First Trillionaire. Oh, I should be the first trillionaire. Yeah, I should. 100%. Okay, what was I gonna say again? I was gonna say something like super profound and awesome. Chat, can we just pretend in chat that I said something super profound, groundbreaking, the most based take you've ever heard? Just be like, wow! Because it's completely gone. But I'm sure whatever I was about to say was super fucking worth saying. Yeah, I never opened my mouth just to talk. You know, that's not what my entire stream is. This entire time, I've been talking so much that you probably didn't even realize that there's no music. There's nothing in the background, dude. My voice literally just hasn't stopped yet because I don't need to breathe. ADHD makes you not need caffeine, dude. Or oxygen, that's the one. You do need caffeine. Let me get some music here real quick. Let's see. Sure, let's listen to Zelda, but it's Cyberpunk again. It's so loud, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say something, yeah. You've never thought of that? Yeah. It's the ADHD buff. You get debuffs, but you also get buffs. Pog music? Yeah. My ears, I'm so sorry! You're breathing manly now? Fuck off, Bounce, man. God damn it. Every time, bro, gets me. This music slaps? It does, yeah. And I don't get hit with copyright on YouTube, so. Caffeine does nothing to me. I'm in like a crash. See, sometimes I wonder if I'm not actually ADHD and I'm just cracked on caffeine all the time. Like, that might actually be the case. Because caffeine affects me a lot. a lot. You're blinking, Matt. I actually hate you, Twitch. I hate you. I'm not reading Twitch anymore. I'm gonna be doing everything manually if it keeps up Twitch. Please stop, please. I used to drink coffee for caffeine until I found Monster. This is not an intentional plug, but the only reason why G-Sub sponsors me
the game.
is because I approach them because I drink their shit literally all the time. Like, I drank coffee, then I moved to energy drinks, then I tried G-Subs, and my third kidney grew back. Like, it changed dude, G-Subs is just so much better. It revived my dead dog. Do you want to buy it? Yeah, go gender fluid. No, but actually, the only reason why they don't sponsor is because I legit fucking love their product. Like, the G-Subs gives me the best awake feeling out of all of them. Coffee, I get too jittery. Energy drinks, I just kind of get a headache. And then G-Subs, I'm like fucking perfect, bro. It's the magic number. Your skin now itches? Alright, do your fucking Twitch, man. Fucking Twitch, man. I used to read ADHD that took G-Subs to the yeah. You can't find a comfortable place in your mouth for your tongue. Oh my fucking god, Twitch! I actually hate you so much. I can't speak on that, but what I can say is G-Sub sponsors myself, who's a trans creator, which in and of itself, I mean, you know, like, I don't look much into the lore or drama, but they sponsor a lot of trans creators. And they're gonna have me on a cup. Very outwardly, very openly, a trans creator on one of their cups. So that's all I can really... the rest, I don't know. I don't really watch... Like, I stay away from politics and drama, like, heavily. I don't like drama. It's exhausting. Politics is annoying. Unless, you know, it's a tangent, but, like, that type of shit I just avoid. Yeah, I'm gonna be on one of their cups, and to me, that's kind of, like... that says a lot. Like, if you're willing to have a trans creator on your cup in 2025, I think that speaks for itself in a lot of ways. The lid better be colored the trans flag, on God. I have Japanese text on it that translates to it's unnecessary to compromise.
Your fingers no longer rest comfortably
to never
against
compromise
each other.
I fucking hate you. Go away, Jenny. You go quick, justify me buying date everything. Okay, Nico, hear me out. Hear me out, Nico. Hear me out. I'm gonna justify it for you right now, okay? If you play date everything, alright, you'll be listening to professional voice actors in their element, and you will inherently learn more voice acting skills. I unironically, dude, since we played that game, I was trying to find inspiration to kind of like get myself into a better like voice acting mindset to like kind of like deliver lines a bit better, diversely. And I went through all of their shorts just to listen to some of the takes. Yeah, 100% should play that. Was it? It wasn't Jenny. Wait, I'm so sorry, Jenny. Who did the text to speech? Oh, fucking Loonwin. Yeah, dude, the voice acting. Also, you get to collect them all like Pokemon, which is fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get to look at a bunch of art. Nico, if you buy Date Everything, you're supporting an indie developer, both in artists and VA. Yeah, see, that's your other justification. There you go. Right? Yeah? This is a bucket, dear God? Like Nico Bellic? No. No. Nico Neko.
This text-to-speech has derailed your train of thought.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to do that, Ashley. My train of thought is just a constant, like, toy train falling downstairs. Yuko had the zooms like Budgie, yeah. Yeah, dude, that was such a cute line. Yeah. I'm gonna sprint again. There was a one sec here. One sec. There was a line in there that was mispronounced, but I kept the take.
Look at this. Day 1 and she...
I've been working with voice actors, been a lot of fun. I've learned how to direct a bit better for voice acting. And I've been a bit more like persistent on what I want, and it's really actually like paid off in the quality overall. So this was the video I released recently, and there's a bit of a mispronunciation that's adorable. I'll just like let it rip. It's literally 2 minutes long, so we shouldn't be here for too long. And I'll just show you where the mispronunciation is that I kept.
Look at this. Day 1 and she's already a little estrogen vampire. I mean, Budget, I swear to God, it's like every one of my friends is lobotomized in the first week.
For the animation, I was tempted to make her ragdoll, but I didn't. The mispronunciation is... Where is it? Over here. Yeah, here we go, here.
Transphobic. No, I'm not. I'm gonna sprint again.
It's like... Instead of I'm gonna sprint, it's I'm gonna spint again. It's so adorable. I'm gonna spint again. There we go, hold up here, alright?
Save money. You're being transphobic. No, I'm not. I'm gonna sprint again.
It's so adorable, dude. I don't know. Great decision, I know, right? It's funny without physics, I agree. 100% agree with you, it looks way funnier. Director Yuko, yeah. I'm the director. It's Gremlins Preach? Yeah, I'm gonna spint again. How long has it been? 3 hours and 20 minutes, chat? I don't know. Should I keep streaming? Should I go like... What would I even do with my free time, bro? I guess start scripting the next fucking episode. Tell you what, I'm gonna call...
Dr. BEEs.
The BEEs. I'm gonna call stream here. And I'm probably later tonight I might just randomly appear on Twitch. I'm not 100% sure. If you want to come hang out in my Twitch stream, can we get some Twitch links into the YouTube chat, and then they can like click the button and then follow me on Twitch if you want to. I might not stream on Twitch later. I don't know. It's kind of RNG based right now. Not 100% sure. But yeah, if you want to come check it out, then follow me on Twitch. I'm gonna call the stream for now and start working on my next video. And yeah, that's basically it. I really appreciate you all dropping in and listening to me ramble for the last fucking however long, dude. However long it's been. Follow me on Twitch for my extra content and free emotes and stuff if you want to do that. And the integration and stuff is kind of fun. You get to like vote and stuff. And then, yeah, what else is there, chat? I don't know. Happy Pride Month. It's still Pride Month. You know, stay proud, stay strong. Who am I gonna raid into today? Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna raid into Last Seahorse. The Last Seahorse. Yes. I did not say that. I did not say that. I did not say that. I didn't say it in a way that like was disparaging to her, okay? That was not an intent. My fucking arm. Oh my god, dude. It's falling apart. The simulation's breaking. One sec. Look. No. Chat. Okay, I didn't say it to disparage her as a person. I don't know if she's a whore. I don't even know if she's... Look, I'm not gonna... It's just... sometimes when I see a word and it sounds like a funny word, I say the funny word. So...
thanks for the follow, person.
Let's raid this...
Thanks for
full mask off? What do you mean mask off? I mean, we all know I'm a fucking stupid degenerate. Yuko's been canceled live. You know what?
Before it gets worse.
Don't worry. I'm gonna say I said it in her stream. Easy. I'm going to her stream. I'll be like, I called you the last seahorse.
Thanks for the follow.
And by accident, I'm sorry. All right, let's raid Last Seahorse. Let's go. Alright, let's go. Cancel speedrun 80%. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, minor. It was autocorrect, chat. It was literally autocorrect. Shut up. Yeah, don't worry about it. Alright, thank you all. Thanks for being here. It was awesome. I really appreciate your company. Give it a follow if you want to watch my future streams. And yeah, much love. Stay proud.
Thanks.
Happy Pride Month. I'll see you next Sunday. And that's basically it. Maybe later tonight. I'm not sure. Alright. Peace. Random mask
Thanks for the follow.
Alright, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'll see you later. Enjoy your time in Seahorses stream.
Hey, thanks for the follow.